Or, excuse me, first thing I do is cough into the mic. Hello, everybody. Stream will be starting in 15 minutes. Feel free, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube or on Twitch, to just skip ahead 15 minutes. We'll just be chilling here. We'll have chat open if you guys are live and want to chat live. But other than that, I might be here or I'm. Oh my god, excuse me. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So, I might be live, I might be here or I might not, but we've got about 15 minutes before the stream starts. Feel free to skip ahead if you're watching the VOD, and we will introduce ourselves and get the ball rolling then. This is just to give us a little bit of buffer time so everybody can see that the stream's up and we're ready to go. So without further ado, I'll see you. Without further ado, I'll see you later. I don't think that is a thing people say. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't think that's. I don't think that's a. I was gonna say euphemism, but that's not it. That's a saying. I don't think that's a saying. But either way, I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna quickly grab myself a coffee while we wait, and I might be back and I might just chat to my co-host here for a bit while we wait. Maybe get some chat rolling if it is up in Twitch. But yeah, see you in a second, guys. Kia ora, bros. Welcome to Fight Night. I'm your host, VDB, and today I am joined by my esteemed co-host, Slick Like Vic, with his name spelt wrong. G'day, Vic. I just realized that I had my mic muted for you, so you didn't hear me just introduce you.
Oh, that's what was going on.
Hey, mate, how you going?
Oh, I'm doing great.
The most awkward introduction ever. I was just saying, welcome everybody. I think this is the first Sapphire League fight night of the year, so it should be very, very interesting and good. Let me leave this battle. There we go. Yeah. So, how you feeling, mate? You excited?
I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what these guys have in store.
Oh, I know, right? I know. Do you have any teams that you're going to be biased towards? You
I
can.
mean, the
You.
official answer is no, right?
I was going to say you can tell me this isn't going on. This isn't going on record.
Yeah, but I'm secretly hoping for the DME boys to do well.
You know what? I think they've stacked it all against all the other teams, right? They got two DME guys in here to host.
Yeah, it's a little bit biased
Just a little
by
bit.
default here.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be interesting to see how the games with the DME boys go. We might have to stop the tournament early if they start losing. We're just
Yeah.
waiting for these guys to get ready, start making some lobbies. They should be making up these lobbies soon. Everybody knows that the tournament has officially started, but we still have a little bit of waiting time to go. So, should we jump across to the map pool and have a chat about our favorite maps?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do it. All right. So, does anything stand out for you? Any of these maps? What do you love? What do you hate?
I mean, it's a very nice selection. I love seeing Cold Place. It's a little bit of an underrated map in my opinion. Really excited to see what is going to play out there. I'm secretly hoping for a hover opener to win today.
Haha, the
Probably
classic.
not going to see it happen, but a man can hope, right?
Yeah. Cold Place for me is the opposite. I think it's an overrated map. I cannot play it to save my life. And Flying Duck's saying he's going to harness the caster power. Yeah, Flying Duck, draw our power, mate. Draw our energy. Although I am excited to see if anyone goes hovers on Cold Place. That'll be great. And I've seen it in 3v3s. I don't think I've seen it in 2v2s. Or definitely not in 1v1s.
I mean, I've got my fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be quite good. Should be
We'll see
quite
how it
good.
goes.
Yeah. Anything else, mate? I my favorite map, as some people know, is Titan Jewel. I really like that, and it'll be quite interesting to see a 2v2 on that map because it's quite contained, so it'll be very hard to push lanes, I think.
I mean, yeah, Titan Dew is one of those maps where it's just a pure display of skill really at play. There's not really the map doesn't really focus on any wacky strategies to gain advantage. It's just a pure display of macro and micro. So that's where the true showdown will happen,
Yeah, that's why I always
for
lose
sure.
on it. Still one of my favorite maps, but I'm always here to lose.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Is there any maps here that you don't want to see? That's the question on everybody's lips. My lips, at
I
least.
don't. I mean, no, not really. Every single one of these maps has something special going for it. I really like all of them. Onyx Cauldron is another one I'm excited about. The specifically the Cauldron area in the southwest.
Oh, yep.
There are only two entrances by foot, which can be very easily cut off. So if any teams realize that and actually cut off the entrance for the other team, they get access to a very big area with a lot of resources for free.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see that happen. I mean, I just realized that I probably gave a big tip out.
Big tip, yeah. If
um,
anyone's watching, guys, that's you heard it here first. I can't seem to ever get Onyx Cauldron to work for me. I just cannot figure out how to build it and how to play it. I get the first couple minutes down, and then it's sort of just calm walk towards their base and hope for the best.
yeah, I mean, I guess we'll sit here and learn today.
Yeah, we'll learn a
Get your
thing or
notebook
two.
out.
Yeah, yeah, I've always got it out, mate. Ready to focus in on where the Banshee snipes are best used. I
Uh,
tell you what though, I'm not looking forward to Silent Sea. That is a map that I do not like playing, and it's not my favorite to watch. It's just something about it. Maybe it's the sea in it, but
I mean, yeah, obviously, you're kind of forced either into a sea or a sea hover or an air opener on that map.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I am. It's not my favorite, I'm gonna admit, but I am curious to see what people go for. It's not immediately clear what the best opener might be, or at least to me. So really excited to see what people got cooking up. But let's be fair, we'll probably see that map banned in most lobbies. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I see it banned quite often. So you do get a couple of good games watching it. Like a couple, I've seen a couple of good matches where people have done some pretty crazy tactics, which is quite cool. Shallow Straits is another one where, but that's sort of different to Silent Sea. It's not my favorite map, but like I don't like playing it, but I love watching it because that's always got a wacky strategy.
yeah, it's definitely a map that promotes a lot of outside of the box thinking. I've seen ships absolutely dominate on this map. I've seen tumbleweeds absolutely dominate.
Hmm.
I've seen in some private practice matches some people cooking up hover openers.
Yeah, I've seen some great
It's
vehicle amphibious openers too, where you can go around
yeah.
the whole outside of the map with the amphibs and try and take out their eco early. I've had that used against me as well, so I'm always looking for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've just got word. I told you earlier. I don't remember if I did it on stream. I doubt I did, but it's not best of two. It's best of three. So it's going to be best of three tonight, guys. Uh, Varunda says, "I hope all teams have a great time and we see some fun matches." Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, VDB and Slick like Vic, guys. That is us. I think you can do exclamation mark casters, but I'm not sure if that's been set up for us or not. I don't have mod privileges on the official Discord, so I'm sure we can check. We'll chuck our stuff out there at the end of the stream for you guys so you can see. Okay. Oh, I think some lobbies are finally coming up. Mm.
great.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, so they're doing the ban and the pick, so let's swap ourselves over to the banning and picking stage, guys. God, where do I have it? Yep. Yeah, yeah, sorry guys, it hasn't been set up for us, but that's fine. We'll chuck our stuff out for you guys at the end of the stream or something, or if we get a bit of time. Shadow and Neb? Nope, that must be for the previous one. Yeah, it's VDB and Slick Like
Yeah,
Vic, guys.
that's fine.
That's absolutely
No
fine.
worries there.
Please give link to rules.
Yeah,
Okay,
I saw that as well.
yeah. Well, you just let me know when they start banning and picking, mate, and I will just keep these guys entertained. I do need to fix this because it says that someone's already picked Onyx Cauldron, which they have not. There we go. That should sort us out there. Lovely. Nib sounds different today, so does Shadow. Yeah, some would say their voices are just they've got a bit more depth and butteriness to them, a little bit more life, you know?
Well said, VDV. I couldn't agree more.
What are these names? Yeah, yeah, it's just for a carryover from the All That Glitters tournament that's just ended. So you guys got back-to-back tournaments today. You got the All That Glitters tournament that's just finished, the Sapphire League tournament, and then later on we've got the Apprentice League tournament as well. Oh, the bracket's not set up either. Oh, I'm gonna have to. All right, guys, I'll try and find a mod while we wait for these guys to start banning and picking. Um, I can just ask Neb in game because I'm here.
We see some people share the teams they support. Go X Factor with 17 exclamation points gets shouted out in the
Gets
chat.
a shout out. That's who we're gonna be watching first. The X Factor.
Yeah,
Looks like oh no, Domino isn't here for some reason. There's a random dude in the lobby, but Domino will be playing with the X Factor. So we've had shout outs for X Factor's team and the DME team. All right, so maybe we'll watch the DME game next after we watch these guys.
Godriza says, "Am I welcome here?" The random person who joined the lobby.
Yeah, I just said to watch, yes. To play, no. Oh god, you gotta love it. I'll jump back into the casting area just while we wait for these guys to jump up. These are our names, by the way. Slick like Vic doesn't have a C in the Vic, just in case anybody is wondering how to look him up.
No, no worries,
I
no worries
spelled his
about that.
name
Yeah,
wrong, but it's fine. It's fine. I just don't want anyone to watch his stuff.
that's all good. All right, we're gonna be covering the picks and bans shortly. They're gonna begin as soon as we got the lobby and all the participants sorted.
Yeah, and they're just trying to figure out the rules as well. Technical difficulties, these things always happen at the start of these tournaments. But we got good news. It's round robin this time. So we we don't have to worry about waiting at the end of a match. There will just be match after match after match after match. So it'll be a very hopefully smooth rolling tournament. Let's bring up the standings so I can show you guys the teams. These are the teams that we'll be watching. That is not quite lined up how I had it before. We got the organizer in there. That's Neb. That's the fellow we'll be watching first. Master Nebel. His teammate is Master Bell, who is in the chat at the moment, and they are going up against Domino and X Factor. So this should be a very interesting game. All very strong 1v1 players. Not sure how they go with 2v2s, to be honest.
I mean, it's just 1v1 with double, so all the skills should pretty easily translate.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yes, basically two 1v1s, unless they bring out some cheeky tactics, which I'm hoping for today. What did you just say?
Yeah.
Going to be contrarian and vote for Neb plus Master Bell. There we go. Test hamster. Test hamster? Yeah, that's test hamster. Test hamster. Great on you, mate, for mixing it up a bit, going for the other teams. Go for the
I
underdogs.
wonder if we actually have somebody here who can run predictions. Probably not, but if there is a moderator, um, someone could actually set up predictions for these matches. It would be very, very fun.
Yeah, I just asked Neb if there's a mod online, but I think the mods are taking a break after the All Elite Glitters tournament. So we're not going to have any mods with us, so we're just going to run it dry, boys. You root for fun time playing and your demise? Yeah, dude, that's how I play when I play. I'm always rooting for the other team, but also their demise.
Some people asking for the lobby to become a 3v3. They want to join. Um,
Classic.
Sadly,
Oh,
guys, we're
Aggressors
gonna
in
have to
here.
watch this one.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
All right,
go.
first ban we have from Master Bell on Neb's team. They are banning Cold Place.
Coldplay's banned. Okay. Not the one that I
Then
thought
X
would be
Factor.
banned.
Yeah, me neither. Very surprising first ban. Then X Factor Live for Team A banned Silent C.
Love to see it. Good on yous.
Unbiased as always as casters.
Top tier integrity, guys. Verunda shouting out X Factor again. Do you just have that on an automatic timer? Like every 5 minutes, you got the go X Factor? Comes down to sharing in 2v2. Okay.
Yeah.
The scene of changing
Are we
scenes has
waiting?
a bugged sound. Yeah, dude, that's something I've got to fix. That's on my end. I'm not quite sure what I've done to break that, but I'll fix that eventually. If worst comes to worst, I can just take that off completely. If it's annoying you guys, let me know. Although we shouldn't be
Never said ban HBH.
H- HBO. Oh, Heartbreak Hill. Oh, I like
Heartbreak Hill.
Heartbreak
Yeah.
Hill. Damn, I'm sad to see it go. Cold Place has a lot of cheese factor. That's why it's so good, man. The cheese factor is how I rate maps highly. Yeah, we shouldn't be changing scenes too often, guys. So I'll get that sorted before the Apprentice League later today. It'll be me
Are
hosting it again. What? Hit
We
me.
got our next bans in from Team X Factor. They're banning Shallow Straight.
Has anybody picked?
No, we're still on bans.
Oh God, what have I done? I think I've set my ban and pick thing up wrong.
We have 5 bans, then 2 picks, and
Yeah,
then the left
I've
ban.
set this up wrong. God, gosh darn, they've changed it compared to how they normally have it. No one told
That's
me.
okay. Last minute rules. Rule
Last
changes
minute
always
rules.
happen.
Yeah. Well, seeing as we got a minute, I can probably fix this anyway. Uh,
Next ban, we have Titan Duel from Team Neb.
all right.
And now the first pick will happen from Team X Factor.
Oh, okay. Let me just hastily put this. Titan Jewel from Nib, did you say? To
Yes,
ban? Yep. Sad to see
that
that
is
go as
correct.
well. Titan Jewel ban, and this one here can be blank. So we've still got one more ban to go and 2 picks, right?
No picks now. 2 picks and then bans again.
Oh, what was the ban from X Factor there? Sorry, I missed it.
That's fine. Let me just scroll up here. Shallow Straight.
Shallow Straits. There we go. Yeah, a bit
Yeah.
of last minute. Wait, no, there's 2 Shallow Straits banned now then. Oh, so, yeah, so we got a ban and 2 picks to go still. Who are you talking about?
Um,
Silent Sea, Shallow Straits, Cold Place, Heartbreak Hill, Titan Jewel.
yes, that is correct. 5 bans, and now the first pick from Team X Factor is Isidus Crack.
Yes, it is crack. Let's go. Of course.
Classic, an absolute
Neb loves
classic.
that one, yeah. Gotta love the last minute jank, guys. This is what really makes it like wholesome and live. You can really feel the grit. It's like
Rugged experience.
rubbing sandpaper on your eyes. It's a freeing experience.
Couldn't have said it better myself, VDB, once again with the absolute prosaic approach.
Yeah, painting
And the
words.
pick from Team Neb is Crystallized Plains.
Crystallized planes. All right. So I need to change this again. So this here doesn't need to exist. This here doesn't need to exist. Crystallized planes. So we're going to be watching Isidus Crack and Crystallized planes. Let's go, team. That's going to be amazing. Here's our picks and bans. I will sort this out when we get a second to make it look a little bit more palatable. But for now, this looks fine. Okay, let's head on over to the... has the game started? No. No, not yet. Cool.
Now we have 2 more bans, and then the leftover map is the final map because this is a best of 3.
God damn.
Yeah, very
Uh,
unique system. And X Factor Live bans Avalanche.
okay. Okay.
I'm kind of surprised that this map is so late to be banned. It's just so small. It barely fits a 1v1, let alone 2v2.
So I
I was
think
expecting there would have been some of the first ones to go for sure.
so I think what people are doing is they're waiting for the other team to ban it so they don't waste one of their bans.
Understood. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This is not going to be neat, guys, but we are doing the best we can. I hope it's all clear and concise for you.
The next ban we have in, I feel bad hitting you with these, but
Nah, hit
Team
me, I've
Neb is
got it
banned
already.
Comet Catcher.
Comet Catcher's banned.
Yep.
Awesome. That's
And
good.
the leftover map is Eclipsed, if I'm not mistaken. Did we ban Eclipsed already?
Nope, Eclipsed hasn't been banned, so the next ban is Eclipsed, or is the leftover? Oh, you see, Comet Catcher is the ban, and Eclipsed is the
Oh yes,
pick.
that's right. We have to go. We have to go
Yes.
through. We have to go through one more round. They X Factor bans Eclipsed, and now Team Neb has to pick between Certigata and Onyx Cauldron. That's what's going on.
Oh my lord. So Eclipsed is banned, did you say?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, so there's another ban in here. Okay, so hope you guys are all doing well at home. How is everybody today? Just trying to distract you with my voice while we
And the final ban from Team Neb is Certigata. The third map in this best of 3 will be Onyx Cauldron. Just to
Onyx Cauldron. Thank you.
yep.
Thank you. Okay, so this is
Just
all
to reiterate.
set up in case we do this again for another team, which okay. So
Yeah, this
Certigator
is
and
what.
Onyx Cauldron's the pick.
Yeah, Onyx Cauldron is the pick. We're gonna be playing a game of Isidus Crack
Yep.
A game of Crystallized Plains, and the final game, if it gets to it, will be Onyx Cauldron. So yeah, we're gonna get
Awesome.
to see how people play Onyx Cauldron after all. Very, very excited.
Amazing. All right, so it looks like the game is starting. Here's our bans and picks. I mean, you can tell what's what. So I mean, there is that, and now we've got it set up for the other teams. I wish I had a little bit more forewarning, but we'll do it on the fly, guys. Like I said, no mods today. It's just us, so we'll we'll get this ball rolling and we'll jump across into the game and see how we're going. Where are we? Here we go. All right, let's do it. So we've got Neb and Master Bell in the bottom left corner. Neb is a 27 OS from who knows where. And Master Bell is the Australian. Let's go, mate. He's in his natural habitat here with cactuses, which aren't natural to Australia, so maybe he's not in his natural habitat. He's 43 OS here, and then they're going up against X Factor and Why So Easy, who are Russian and German, 55 and 35 OS respectively. That is crazy. Let me just double check my sound is right. My sound is all good. Cool. All right. So what are you looking for here? Normally I see everybody open up as bots.
Well, that's actually very interesting because last 2v2 fight night, a team that made it to the finals, I believe it was Young Kuch's team. They opened incisors. They opened a vehicle lab and they won their game on this is crack. So both are definitely viable. Usually, what I expect to see is only one lab per team. This is very, very common because it's actually way more efficient to just have one lab and then the other players share the resources. So
Yeah.
you don't end up spending resources for two labs where you can just make one and then share the units around.
Yeah.
That's most likely what we're going to see. And as I say
I think
that,
there's a rule against that in Fight Night. I'm pretty sure you have to start with a lab each. I don't quote me on that, but I think that's a rule to stop
I
that
mean,
because communism is OP in 2v2s.
understood. I mean, yeah, Domino and X Factor have both slapped down a lab. Both of them going for a bot lab.
Correct?
So I ate my words a little bit, but Neb does not have a lab queued up for a while at least. He's going to be walking
Oh, so he is gonna
to
go
collect a mix.
communism here. Maybe it's not a rule.
Yeah, co-op. Um,
What's going on here?
yeah, I don't think it's a rule. At least I haven't encountered it. Last fight night, co-op was king.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's why maybe they were talking about putting that rule in, but maybe they decided against it to keep the game as open as possible. Because chucking too many
Yep.
rules on it in a like unofficial tournament always brings out the anger in people. So Neb's going for two LLTs defending his original base here. So he's going to have to need Master Bell to walk down and defend this other area on the northern side of the map. Sorry about the
I
camera
mean,
angles, guys.
we're most likely going to see Master Bell share like half of the units that come out of the lab. For now, it seems like mostly ticks queued up, while both Domino and X Factor are going for a bunch of grunts.
Yep. Bumping straight into two con turrets from Master Bell. Well, excuse me, is to say the least very greedy. But of course, he's got Neb to give him resources when it is needed most. If we check the eco tabs, they're very even on metal, but the blue team is slowly pulling ahead in energy, even though Neb was just purely building energy at the start. I think walking is slowing him down, to be honest. This camera is
Yes, for
wacky.
sure.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'll fix that. I won't spin so much. I'll keep it locked in one position. Actually, we'll spin it to this position. There you go, guys. There you go. No more spinning. Just a little bit of spinning. So it looks like we're
So
gonna
yeah,
have
we can
first
see.
blood. Hit me.
Yeah, very shortly. Both players on the red team have their red sliders up to the middle of the resource bars, which means they're always going to be sharing resources with each other. So even though Neb doesn't actually have a factory, most of his resources are going to Master Bell, and he's able to pump out units.
Yeah, and he is
Classic
opting to
co-op.
get ticks, and now he's finally getting some pawns. He will be going pawns against two grunt players, which will be kind of scary. Let's see if these ticks can get any damage done. I don't think they're going to find the gap that they're looking for here, though. There is enough grunts here to probably take out these ticks. Yeah, 11 ticks, not enough to fit past 4 grunts. Yeah, Oh, Neb's finally got to drop down his lab, it seems, on the front line. No, he
Would
unqueued
love to
it.
see it.
Yeah. Maybe he... Oh, I think he misclicked when he took that off the queue. Okay, interesting. Nice, a little bit of
Going
poking
for it.
damage from Master Bell, but basically donations at this point. Not getting the damage done that he's looking for. Not getting any scouting information is kind of crazy work as an Armada. They have seen Green Player's base, but they have not seen X Factor's base at all, so they don't really know what's going on. And oh no, some Grunts managed to slip by and they're going to come in behind Neb's base. This could be game ending depending on which direction they run. Oh, this is going to be interesting actually. So they are going to spot Neb's base with the LLTs in it. Are they going to get the backline damage? I think these ticks are going to clean up these grunts before they can kill all of Neb's stuff, and they do. Great defense there from the red team. Very lucky of them. One grunt does survive in the corner. Neb dropping
Just outside of
LLTs.
radar range.
Yeah, just out of radar range, which is crazy. They did spot the radar, so he does know that range. That's wild. Neb building LLTs like crazy at the moment, which is, I don't know. I'd say it's a little bit of a mistake. How do you feel about LLTs?
Are you referring to the LOTs that he built right next to his lab, the forward lab
Yeah,
that
at the
he
front.
established?
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a little bit of an overspend. Obviously, he is leaving now that spot with his commander, so it's not going to be back there to defend. I don't hate the two LOTs. I don't think it's a game-ending blunder or anything like that.
great damage from the blue team so far. A little bit of metal laying around the map here on the red side, but of course they are doing economy damage, which is what you're aiming for in these games. The two LLTs are not too bad. Would like to see a little bit more build. Oh, he's got build power here. Yeah, I don't know. I think he didn't really need them, to be honest, but because the one at the front especially is not really doing a whole lot. But that's fine. It's not. He's building a third one. Like, come on now,
Yes.
that third one, surely that third one.
I mean, I am guessing that in his mind, losing that forward lab is GG for sure. So he's trying to make sure that does not happen.
100%, but at the
Um,
same time, losing Master Bell's base will be GG for sure. This is probably their
yes.
warm-up games though, because you know, first game of the day. Neb has just come off casting, so he's probably already tired as well. I don't know why I'm the one making excuses for him. But it looks like the blue team has done some pretty crazy damage. You can see in the eco tab that they are definitely ahead, almost double resource production. And Neb and X Factor have come up against each other's commander. Neb might be able to snipe X Factor's commander, but then they've got to kill Domino's commander at the same time. So I'm not sure. It's not looking great for the red team here.
Yeah, I mean, usually in these games, the team that applies more pressure is the team that runs away with a victory. And I have not seen any pressure from the red team at all. Master Bell just went for a lot of ticks. Sadly, they trade very inefficiently versus grunts.
Okay, so there's
So
three
there's
LLTs defending, and he actually managed to defend it. So you know what? I'll take back what I said about these three LLTs. They fully defended that lab solo. So make me eat my
yeah.
words. Yeah, sorry for cutting you off there. I thought I'd just chuck my
No, yeah,
two
no
cents
problem.
on that one.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the LTs came in clutch. I guess it was just a surprise factor.
Yeah.
Domino didn't expect there would be three there. He saw
No,
one, maybe
who
two.
does? Neb self-D'ing because he's just realized that his push has been stunted and they are down on the eco. Um, Basically donating his commander there, trying to go for the com bomb, not quite getting it, and I think that's basically GG. The eco tab really tells the tale, and I think it's not going to be long before the blue team win unless we see a Banshee snipe, which no one's transitioning into. So,
Yeah, it
I,
is looking very blue team favored.
yes, for sure. Let's check out their bases while we just, well, not too much is going on here. We got a lot of wind turbines here. What do we got? We got 78 wind turbines for the blue team and more still to come. A lot of build power on this high plateau, so that eco will still just ramp. You can see that Why So Easy has transitioned into vehicles. He's now eating his lab to pump that out. And I don't think we're going to see X Factor transition. He is just going to be pumping thugs. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, no transition in sight. Both players really struggling on resources at this point in time.
Yeah.
but they are still holding on for dear life. I think the main thing that's working against them here is the lack of scouting information. The blue team's been doing really, really good at shutting down all these like little raids all over the map the entire game. I don't think I've seen the red team actually slip through and do any damage at all, which is really what you're looking for as an Armada player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's very difficult to apply pressure yourself when you are constantly under pressure, and this is what the blue team has been done. And just look at the absolute flawless expansion from X Factor on the
Yep,
south. Look at the amount of mexes that have just been captured for such a short amount of time.
yep. We're looking
This is what
at
you can achieve when,
11 mixes expanded to here. Yeah.
yeah, more than like looking at the metal per second income differences, they are absolutely huge.
Yep. Once we see this vehicle raid come in as well from Domino, I think that's going to be very, very hard to stop the Master Bell, and that might be the nail in the coffin. We'll see what he gets done here. Let's go and check in on that while we wait. Yeah, this is, once this rolls through this expansion, I think he's going to be going straight for his eco, and I think he'll be able to get in. Oh, he decides not to attack. Okay. I think he could have done some serious damage. I guess there's a bunch of LLTs in the base, and they just want to be super secure in their victory. Um, yep.
Aircraft plant now online for X Factor. He's pumping out shurikens. Is going to stop that run by with 4 ticks that actually happened on the south there.
Yep.
And yeah, this is looking very, very solid for the blue team.
Yeah, very, very, very good defense this game. A lot of the focus. Oh, there goes Master Bell, and there's the GG. Does go down on
There's the
the
GG.
side
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, very well played from the blue team, to be honest, showing us why X Factor is rated the top player. Who would you give MVP? It's a little thing that I do after every match. I sort of do a little vote on with myself, but now that I've got you here, we can decide.
I mean, it's very hard to say, especially in a team of twos where both people are working off of each other. But I think the most impactful moment was Domino's early run by with about 9 or 10 grunts that just
Yep.
destroyed so many side mixes and yeah, just kept causing problems. Basically, wiped out half of Master Bell's base there early game. I think was really what set the game in stone.
You put them in that snowball position. I'd have to agree. I reckon X Factor. Of course, the blue team played really well as a team, but if I had to give it to someone, I'd say it's X Factor. Although the award screen says technically Neb, but you know it is what it is. All right, let's jump back into the lobby and we'll see. Here we go, Crystallized Plains. This will be an interesting one. I quite like this map. Um, that's all I've got to say. Varunda says
Yeah,
go
Crystal.
X Factor.
There we go. Yeah,
There we go.
that's what you like to see. Loyal fan base.
Loyal fan base. Is he going to be so loyal if they lose, though? Okay,
We'll have to
chat.
wait and see.
Would you guys like it north south like this, or would you like it east west like this? Let me know. Let me know, because you can catch battles pretty nicely. Normally, this is how I normally watch it, but I'll let you guys decide for this match. Alright, so you can see here Master Bell spawning on the 5 mechs. That's where you normally start in 1v1s, or where Neb is the other position to start in 1v1s. Less taken where Neb is. They're spawning nice and close to each other, and you can see it's a mirror matchup here. So it'll be X Factor where Master Bell is, and Why So Easy where Neb is. Okay, this should
Yeah,
be an
100%.
interesting match.
A couple interesting things about crystallized planes. It's got those crystals that can be reclaimed. They give both metal and energy. The metal amount is not very significant. They give less than most rocks on other maps. However, very valuable to have that reclaim. And you also have the 2 geo spots per team, one
Ah,
forward, one back. We'll see if
correct.
those get used.
I always forget about those 2 geo spots, man. Always. And the crystals giving metal. I never really think about that. Go Master Bell, mess them up. Let's go. Aho 12. Aeon Spy says north south, so the way I've got it set up now. We'll watch it here, so Neb and Master Bell are on the south side, and Domino Why So Easy on the north side. Sorry, Domino Why So Easy? X Factor Domino. For anyone that doesn't know, Why So Easy is Domino. That's why I keep calling him that name. Um, I would change it, but Domino is so much faster to say than Why So Easy. Neb going for energy straight off the rip again. Okay, interesting. So it looks like they're going to be going for another little communism play here.
Yeah, they're most likely going to be co-oping most of these. The energy from these turbines is going to be shared. Once again, their sliders are down the middle. I mean, this is the most efficient way to do it. Even though they did not win last time, this is way more efficient is to go one lab rather
Yep,
than two off the rip.
for sure, and that's what X Factor and Domino are doing too. They are opening up as vehicles here, so it will be vehicles versus bots, both Cortex. And X Factor dropping down the solar. I really like the solar placement, not just because the wind is quite low at the moment, but because that solar also protects that metal extractor. That's exactly how I build my base in this map as well. I build those solars there when I can. Obviously, if the wind's high, you don't worry about it. But with the wind being so low, he is ready to roll.
Yep, 100%. Want to make sure that everything you place down is as effective as possible. Worth to note that Domino and X Factor are gonna go for a co-op play as well this time. Last time they both used their own bot labs. This time we only have one vehicle lab out of X Factor, and Domino is just slapping down a bunch of windmills.
Yep, you can see Neb's got the LLTs up. No units coming across the map quite yet, and Neb is going to be walking forward instead of going the long way around. He's going to try and secure that front position, which would normally be secured by the player in Master Bell's position. So I think that's going to leave them a little bit open to flanking attacks, and especially against the vehicles with the fast movement speed. That might put them in a spot of bother, but we'll see if they can defend against those sorts of plays as the game goes on. And Master Bell expanding. Oh no, yeah, there you go. He's expanding to the side first. Cool. Okay, yeah. Let's check in on Domino. Domino's done the same, but he's gone for one LLT instead of two. Um, Obviously a little less protected, but they do have the radars up to see any run-bys coming. Okay. Red team's
Yes, that
actually
is
ahead
correct.
in the medal production at the moment. Test Hamster saying he's hoping for the comeback, and Varunda is saying he's hoping for both teams to have fun, but X Factor's still going to win.
Love to see it.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. The Master Belt spots the units coming for his construction bot and brings them back to the safety of these grunts. So that is great, great position of defense. That's not what I want to say. You
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
yeah, 100%. It always stinks so bad to lose a constructor this early. It's
Mm-hmm.
a big time opportunity loss. Being able to protect it like that, very, very sweet.
Yep, and especially the further away that your construction bot gets, the harder the losses because it's further to go for your revive bots. He is just straight up walking that construction bot back. I think he misclicked. He indeed did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
We see three rascals from Domino enter Master Bell's base and then immediately turn around. I guess he saw that there are two construction turrets and that the DPS of these three rascals wouldn't be enough to actually get any damage done.
Yeah, maybe
So he
one
turns
wind
around and
turbine or
leaves.
something like that, but not enough to cause any significant damage for the cost of losing your scouting units. Little raid
Neb
here.
now queuing up.
Carry on.
Neb now actually queuing up a bot lab forward once again. We'll see if the three LLTs make an appearance again.
Yeah, pretty cool position because you can build. Oh, he's building the lab there. If he builds the lab between those two canyons, you can get LLTs up on the higher ground to defend it. But of course, you got to watch out for those D guns. That construction bot does end up going down in the corner to X Factor's incisors. After all of that, it still didn't get to build a metal extractor. Why so easy? Get some D guns off on Master Bell's raid, and he is sending some incisors looking for the second expanding con. Perfect timing too, because that expanding con is just about to reach its destination. Looks
It
like
looks like we're about to see Neb in X
Yep,
Factor's commander straight here in the middle.
Neb going for the con bomb,
Yeah, Neb's trying his best.
gets
Yeah,
him,
there we go.
but he does lose the lab in the process. This angle is pain, top down OP. Really, I like the look of this, but I'll go top down for you guys. I'll go top down for you
Not
guys.
com not completely, but maybe just a little bit more angle, yeah.
A little bit more angle. Here we go. We'll give him this one. A little bit of a battle in the center. Everybody's going to be looking to control this reclaim field here. Oh,
Yeah,
the
this whoever gets this 2.5k is probably going to be the
super
winner
far
of this
ahead. But
match.
at the
This is
same
probably
time, Domino walking into the back of Master Bell's base with 4 incisors. This could be potentially game ending. If he gets that build power, which it looks like he's going to get, and a little bit of energy production. The build power is the main thing here. Does get both of those construction turrets. And While not completely game ending, that really must hurt Master Bell. Now he's got no build power at his base at all, and you can see he's slow building a construction bot to get that back up and running. But of course, that's going to really put them behind. Why so easy now reclaiming the center? And it looks like the blue team is probably going to take the win again.
Yeah, while this was going on, there was an Incisor versus Grunt scuffle in the middle, but X Factor's Incisor, sorry, came out on top. There were just too many of them, and all of the reclaim looks like it's going to be absolutely secured for the blue team, and they're going to be very, very handsomely ahead after that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Warlock, bit of bit of discourse in the chat here. We got Warlock hating the angle I had before. Varunda says he can't stand top down. Test Hamster says this angle is good. Are you talking about the angle I'm on now? And then Warlock saying now when I zoom out you can see what's going on. I always can do this. If I have it on this angle here, I can always push tab and it shows me exactly what's going on here. You can see missile trucks actually going into a battle here with thugs.
We see Master Bell sharing his commander to Neb, and Neb once again builds a forward lab, this time a Cortex bot lab on the front, and we see some Grave Robbers being queued up, and then 100 Aggravators. These are the rocket bots, the very slow pushing. Very surprised to see rocket bots, especially this many of them queued up on a 2v2 match.
I think it's because these missile trucks, the rocket bots, have the range to fight the missile trucks, whereas these thugs just get outranged and they can't really
Yeah.
do any damage to these missile trucks. Missile trucks are very scary if you're bots and you don't have um, like a tide of units to soak that damage. There's the GG out of Neb. I lost my
Absolutely.
words there for a second, but that is it. Vote failed. Okay. I think that's GG
It seems
anyway.
like Master Bell is not ready to call it.
He's not ready to call. He's going to go for the Banshee Snipe, maybe. No.
That's Cortex.
Current angle is good. Okay, we'll keep it on this angle here. If you guys want me to angle it up a little bit more, I'm always open to suggestions. So I'll keep it here. I won't be so cheeky with the angles. As an INTJ, I'm not sure what that is.
This is a
7.5 degrees is...
personality type.
Oh, is it? Ah, okay. 7.5 degrees is optimal. It allows for both easy depth perception while a good overview angle. Nice. Yeah, you hit him with the smiley face. That is for sure GG, I guess. I don't know why Master Bell doesn't want to give up here. There's no shame
Master
in...
Bell
Carry on?
Sorry, yeah, I cut you off there. I didn't mean to. Master is actually known for his never resign attitude.
True.
It's something I've heard before that he wouldn't resign even if all he had was a construction bot and two solars to his name. But there we
That's all
go.
you need to
Commander goes
win.
down. Red team. Neb says, if you don't want to resign, I'll make
I'll
sure.
just die,
I'll make
yeah.
sure this game is short. Yeah.
Very hard to find an MVP on this one. I'd say Domino for the raid that he did. That was sort of the nail in the coffin there.
I mean, yeah, it's very tough because obviously X Factor correctly found the decision to go for the early comp trade there in the middle.
Yeah, trying to get
Not
that lab on the
only
front was a great shout.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Very hard to place the MVP in this game. Both did very well.
Yeah, exactly. Let me know when the next match starts. I'm just going to talk to chat for a second because I'm just reading all this stuff. You're not going to argue with you? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll constantly change the degrees so nobody's right if you guys don't calm down. That's so funny. What was I
Yeah.
going to say about the match? Yeah, nothing. Don't remember. Very good. Oh, that's right. It's no shame in losing to the blue team here. They are a very, very strong team. I will be surprised if many people manage to catch them off guard. They are some of the top players in the world.
Yeah, I mean, not sure if we are going to see a third game here. This is a best of three, and two games are already won for X Factor's team. It looks like they are going to try to play the game out for the lols. I am quoting
Oh, the
directly from the
lols.
chat.
Nice.
But if we don't want to watch that, instead we have an ongoing game between DME and the pro team on
Uh, we'll
Heartbreak Hill.
we'll jump into DME in the next round after this one. But is that their first matchup or is this their second matchup? I think that's their first. Yeah, so that's still their first matchup. So we'll watch DME's full playthrough of the next round. Is there any other matches
Yeah.
going on, or is that the only one that's up at the moment?
Let me check real quick.
People splitting facts in the in the chat here, getting very technical, guys. Getting very very technical. What if I have 15 out of
Yeah.
20 because I had LASIK performed? Did you have LASIK to remove your 2020 vision, or did you have it to get 2020 vision in one eye?
That's the real question.
Let me run the numbers.
Um, the DME versus Pro game just ended. The Pro team, which is Razor and Lord Vader, just resigned.
Oh,
Um, GG's get called. It looks like this was the first game going to DME. It was about an 18-minute game.
whoa! First game. Okay, let's jump into the next match then. Let's swing across to those guys. I will check this in here for a second, and could not start game. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's leave lobby. So the DME boys. Let's go. Heartbreak Hill is the second map, is it? Or
No,
is it?
Heartbreak Here was the one they just played.
Okay, nice. This should be
Oh, they finished the
interesting.
two games.
Oh, they finished two. Ah,
Interesting. Does that mean the DME won both games?
yeah. Damn, DME tearing it up. I guess we can go straight into the next thing. Oh, nice. It was 2-0 to DME for the first round. All right, let's try and find ourselves another one. Onyx Cauldron's the only one that's up, I think.
Yeah, this is it looks like the only lobby that we can join right now is Domino, X Factor, Neb, Master Bell.
Okay. Should I might actually jump in and if they have they started? You guys are last to finish, I think. No one's reported their scores currently, so there's probably no way that they know. Oh, there you go. Master Bell and Nebel, yep, they've and Domino. Wait. Oh, we're back down to 4 teams, guys. Oh, we're back down to 4 teams.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so one of the teams has dropped out. That's why we've got so much less. 2 teams have dropped out. Oh, bro, that's a shame. We had 6 teams before.
Yeah, but things
Ah,
happen.
yep, these things happen. That's fine though. So we'll be jumping in to watch DME versus X Factor. Oh, that's going to be a rough match to watch, I think, because
Yeah,
oh,
this is gonna be a very exciting match. Sadly, we didn't get to catch any of DME versus Pro. I'm sure they were very, very exciting matches as well because both teams have very strong players on.
yes, exactly. Yeah, pro team, very good. Very good team. That would have actually been a great one to start on, but I wanted to give Neb, the organizer, a shout out, so that's fine though. Those were still good matches that we watched. Let's jump back into the DME lobby and we'll tell them that we're going to be watching them, um, unless they're in the chat. But if they're not, hey DME boys, we're watching you next. There we go. All right, this guy's going wild in the chat here. You guys are so in depth with your maths and everything, eh? Superhero vision. Nice. How does it work with 1520 vision? Is it just like in one eye you can't see as well and it like ruins your depth perception? They can read road signs before anyone else. What? They know where you're going before you do. Who are you, Lamar? These guys. Varunde, I think you're talking to ChatGPT in disguise here, dude. Is it data or data?
Oh, very controversial. I'm not sure if we should be the people talking about this.
No, I don't think. I don't
I
think.
say data.
You say data. Is it supposed to be
Yes.
different depending on what you're talking about?
I have no idea. All words are made up if you think about it, so
Technically, I guess.
yeah. Actually got both lobbies actually populated right now. We have the DME versus X Factor, which I guess is the final, and we also have the losers bracket,
No,
I
it's
guess you
not the
could call
final.
it, which is Neb's team.
Wait.
Oh, were we doing a round
Oh.
robin?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, yeah, no, it's round robin. It's round robin still. So
Oh,
the
gotcha.
yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. So I need to grab the names really quick. You just
Yeah,
keep
they're
everyone
actually banning
occupied.
maps now.
Okay, hit me.
All right. Perfect. So first ban from Team DME is Shallow Strait, and then we immediately have Silent Sea banned. So both sea maps gone immediately.
All right, Shallow Strait and Silent She.
Exactly.
All right.
Then from Team DME, we have Certigata banned, and X Factor Live bans Comet Catcher.
Oh God. Shallow Strait, Silent Sea, DME band Comet Catcher.
Hmm.
Cool.
Then from Team DME, we have Avalanche banned, and now we're looking forward to the picks.
Avalanche band. Cool. Sorry, I'm just resetting this all back to empty.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what? This can just go in the center. That's fine.
I wonder if we're going to see the same maps or something new.
Oh, interesting. All right, Comet Catcher, Silent Sea, Shallow Straits, Avalanche, all banned.
Yes, that is correct. And Certigata as well banned.
Oh, okay. Serigeta, banned also. That's from DME, I'm guessing.
Yes, you are correct.
All right, let's go. Okay, I've got it all set up now. Look at this, a professional. Professional.
uh, Very nice. Very nice. We do it right. We have the first pick out. Team X Factor Domino. Their pick is Onyx Cauldron. So I'm actually very
Nice.
excited to see that.
That's the one you were looking forward to. Here we go.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to see how they play it out. Now we're looking forward to the DME team's pick, and they just picked Heartbreak Hill again. If it's not broken, why fix it? That's
Heartbreak Hill. I do like Heartbreak Hill. I just think it's a beautiful looking map, even though it's quite plain. So I don't know if that says anything about me or what, but
if you have any psychologist experts in the chat, please let us know if that says something about VDB's
don't,
personality.
please don't. Data is a noun. Data with a long A is an adjective. So data is a noun and data is an adjective.
Allegedly, well, we don't know.
Oh, controversial throwing that. He's given us facts, and you're like, facts. You made those facts up. It's a colloquial accent, theatre and theatre.
Oh, they actually want to kick ban a spectator who they suppose might be here to spec cheat. I mean, I don't hate it. Anyways, though, back to the bans. X Factor's team bans Titan Duel.
X Factor bands Titan Jewel.
Yeah, exactly. Um, then we see a ban for Bantha. Do you know? Oh,
Excuse me?
that's that actually came from the person who got kick banned. So there we go. They tricked me. We actually have a ban for Cold Place.
Cold Place has been banned from DME. Okay.
Yep. And then Eclipse.
Oh my god, they're moving fast, these boys. Yep.
And then we have Acidus Crack left for the final map.
Wait, I'm missing a
If
band.
this,
Oh well. Is it as crack it is it?
yeah, this is
Okay.
what they're saying. The Acidus Crack is the final map left. Let's actually double check though. Did crystallized planes either get picked or banned? Oh no,
I
there
don't
we
have it.
go.
Oh,
They actually
ban
got
crystal.
they confused the order there. Yeah, ban crystal.
Okay.
Crystal's now banned.
Awesome.
So we're gonna see
Cool.
Onyx Cauldron, Heartbreak Hill, and if it gets to the third game,
Is it
it's
as
gonna be
crack?
Acidus Crack.
Yo, this is a good lineup, and it's completely different to the first one. Obviously, except is it as crack, but that'll be the tiebreaker. Sounds great. And they are
Yeah.
starting. Okay. What do you guys in chat think of these map picks? What's your thought on these guys? Take you guys away from these in-depth discussions about people's personality traits and how to say words and the maths. Let's bring it back to bar.
Yeah, best. It would be best.
Although I am enjoying it. You guys keep me young. Okay, so Raxel's team, DME, will be spawning in the northwest corner, whereas team God, I forgot their name. Their name is a weird team name. It's like Dominel. What is it? Hold on, let me bring it
It's
up. So, hit me.
it's a combination of both of their names. It's X Domino Live
And
and
Factor.
Factory. Yeah, I have no idea.
Caster, can you please say it like I see dis, which is funnier.
I see this crack.
Oh, I see this crack. Oh.
Oh my god, I can't believe we fell for this.
What do you mean we?
No, no,
You.
we fell for it. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
believe.
we're a
Anyways,
team.
back
We're
to
a
bar.
team.
The spawn boxes on Onyx Cauldron very, very cramped. So we're most likely going to see one commander for each team wander off very early. Very interested to see if they go to the northern area of the map where there is a through the river and secure the geo spot, or if they're going to make their way to the southwest cauldron here.
Yeah, I think Southwest is a bit safer unless the opposing team has air. But I mean, you see air in 1v1 sometimes. It looks like the red team is going to be opening up with vehicles, looking for a communism start. Maybe they'll pump out some um, construction vehicles together to get some extra fast expansion. But we'll see. You don't know. You think DME has a good shot? DME always has a good shot, bro. Look at this. They are killing it. Opening up his bots, getting that reclaim, and they will be getting this reclaim in the base pays off one reclaim bot. So by the time, well, just almost. So once he gets those, he'll be in a profit for metal. So this is all pure profit here. They do get a construction bot out quick to expand, and they are indeed communisming the same as the red
You could just
team.
say co-oping.
Co-oping.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I don't know why I can't think of words. That's why I got you here. You're the brains, and I'm the talky boy.
Lots of grunts out for Team DME and lots of incisors for Team Red. Usually incisors trade a little bit better into grunts, but they obviously have harder time maneuvering through the water, through the rivery areas. So
And up the tiny little
we'll
ramps
see
on the sides here.
exactly.
Not a
Yeah, we'll
huge
see if that
slowdown, but yeah, see if it does. I do see that Domino has opened up as an Armada commander, whereas every other commander on the map is Cortex. So while I do like the DME guys, I got to applaud Domino for having some true grit, you know?
exactly. Uh, but usually it does pay off to for the commander that is going to build all the windmills in a co-op situation to be Armada because they're just slightly cheaper in every edge.
True.
You want to get every age you can. Yeah. Really surprised that the DME boys didn't actually go for an Armada commander, even though they are also um, using a co-op strategy.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see one of each. Both teams expanding at the roughly the same rate, except two vehicle constructors will be very fast compared to this bot, so we'll be able to see the difference in expansion rate here. Those scouts out of X Factor actually just missed their line of sight on Raxel's expanding construction bot, so he kind of got away there. But I assume they'll eventually catch their vision, catch sight of that bot. But that could have been a great little pick off if they had spotted him a little bit earlier, but they did miss that.
Yeah, we have a single rascal making it to the back
There we go. Now they see it.
yeah, exactly, of the expanding constructor bot. They actually didn't manage to get any damage done. Very close to getting that metal extractor killed instead.
Yep.
Red team deciding to go for more scouting info, and down the rascal goes.
Yep, they do get that scouting info, so they see where the expanding bot is. They do have map control as well. The map control for the red team is absolutely insane at this point in time. And as you said at the start, trading grunts against incisors is quite rough. DME needs to proxy interdict one of X Factor's expansions, get some units deep and harass. Exactly. Very hard though when there is two players working against you. It's hard to get those raids off, especially on these 1v1 maps. But that is exactly what they need to do. And as vehicles, the red team has a little bit of maneuverability, which sounds a bit strange considering bots are better at maneuverability. They can go up and down these little plateaus, but the vehicles just have that speed so they can catch any little run-bys that they spot. Looks like there's going to be a decent battle
Exactly.
on the north side here. They're going to try and take that construction bot, and they do get the construction bot. They could back off now and call that a win, but they are going to go fully deep. I almost I almost threw out the wrong words there for an official cast. But they do take the win with the battle. It looks like the blue team has transitioned into vehicles, realizing that trading grunts against these incisors is a no-go. And yeah, looking to defend, but X Factor doing some serious damage with these incisors, clearing up 2 mexes, and a whole entire army, a construction bot, a radar, and or 2 radars and another mex. So that is huge damage for the red team. Did leave a decent amount of metal reclaim, but I think the damage done really offsets leaving that metal. And you can see that their expansion has been uncontested, and they are almost halfway on that side, whereas Domino is halfway on the other side. So the red team really, really pulling ahead in the metal production. Falling behind on energy production at the moment, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, we see the team that can apply more pressure, be the team that overall does better in all other areas on the map. It's just because when you're applying pressure, you don't have to worry about you getting attacked at the same time, and very, very easy and efficiently you can expand. And we
Yeah,
see the red team take absolute advantage of that situation.
it brings us to that old saying: a the best defense is a good offense, and that is doubly true for Beyond All Reason. Unless you are overcommitting to your offense, which it looks like the red team definitely isn't. If you overcommit and you don't have anything back at your base, the run bys can hurt you. But containing like this, especially on a map where realistically they've only got this much area to try and slip by, it really, really pays off to have those units on their side of the map. Looks like Flying Duck's going to drive the army off and use his commander to expand. I would have actually liked to see a commander expand that direction if you're opening with bots, because the commander has that build power and they are a lot more defensible than a construction bot alone. I think they would have been able to hold that island with a commander, but of course they sent the commander to the south corner and they ran into Domino, who is now expanding unmitigated down there too. The expansion, the map control is just absolutely insane for the red team right now. I'll draw some battle lines here and you can just sort of see it's about 70-30, which I like to call the snowball position. They just need to get 30% ahead in both economic incomes, and then they're definitely in that snowball position, and that's where it just starts to get out of control. So they're almost there,
Yeah,
but they're not quite because of the energy. Looks like air is coming out for the blue team now. They are going to be going for a bombing run, so that should be quite nice. No missile trucks, no AA, and no air out of the red team yet, so this could actually bring them back into the game. They are not out yet, but they are on their way out, so we'll see if this last ditch play brings them back in.
yeah, absolutely. And a very successful bombing run is exactly what can bring you back in the game, deleting all energy production for the red team. And on a map like Onyx Cauldron, where wind can go up to 29 and is very, very close to that amount right now, you can very much afford the high energy cost of the airplanes. And I'm not sure if red team is going to be expecting
They
that air
aren't,
transition.
but they are going to catch it on the radar, I think. Let's check their
Oh, air
vision.
lab,
Air lab, yep. Transitioning to the air lab. Are they going
air
to get
lab goes
enough
down.
out, though? Are they going to get enough fighters out? Let's just check this vision and see if these bombers do come into range. They do. Do they spot them? They're only in range for a second or two, but I think they're going to spot that. Oh, actually, it's a
Yeah,
few
fighters on
seconds.
repeat
There we go. He
queue from
pings.
the
Yep,
yeah, there we go.
Domino has
They get
spotted
noticed.
it. Yep, so they're going to be boosting out the fighters. They're going to be dropping down anti-air. I don't know if they have enough to defend this. They have enough army units on the map to push, and they are going to push at the same time because they realize that the transition out of the blue team is going to mean that they have less of an army. They do need to slip by that commander there, though. We'll watch this bombing run roll in, and we will see. Let me just get a nice camera angle of these bombers, and let's see if they go for it. All right, first bomber goes down, does get its bombs off, takes out one wind turbine, I think this bombing run's not going to be successful enough. Great spread on the wind turbines means that minimal damage is done, and that is
Uh,
rough, so does not pay off in time.
yeah, blue team chose to not scout, to keep all of the advantage of the surprise element. Sadly, that didn't pay off because the bombs that did drop were sort of inaccurate. Not much damage was dealt.
Yeah, the
And
great
the
layout of the
last,
base on the red team really paid dividends there, having those spread wind turbines, which is exactly why you spread your turbines in your base.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Otherwise, one bomb landing would chain your entire base.
Yeah, I've had that happen a few too many times. These radars MVP catching that bombing run early enough for them to do something about it. If those radars weren't up, they would not have spotted those bombers.
T2 bot lab actually up for the blue team. It looks like they used the time of the bombing run to place a T2 lab down. Now they start pumping out some T2 constructor bots. Very, very ballsy play, might I say.
Very
Um,
ballsy.
they're they're very behind on army value. Could basically crumble at any moment to a strong T1 attack, and instead they choose to pull their resources into that very, very expensive T2 lab.
Yes, and you can see that army value is really, really still just tipping into the red team's favor. They are transitioning into air quite heavily, um, so that is going to work in the blue team's favor. But all these pounders coming out, flying, they're going to realize that the blue team doesn't have an army when no answer comes for these pounders. So that's going to be the signal for the red team to attack. We'll see if they take that up. The construction bot is out now and starting to get T2 mixes up. Yeah, this is really going to be a race against time and seeing how long Flying Duck can distract Domino on this front line. Can you guys please tell me more about spreading turbines in other buildings? I'm very new. That could either be a troll or it could be genuine. It's hard to tell. But
No, I
I'm
mean
going to do it
it sounds
anyway.
like a genuine question.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, as you can see here, I want to keep an eye on this. Do you want to explain that? And I'll keep an eye on the battle.
Yeah, 100%. So wind turbines, when you have at least three rows of them, three by three together, they start destroying two or more. Will start a chain reaction, which would destroy all of the wind turbines that are connected. So what you want to do is either space out your wind turbines so they're not directly touching, or you want to build them in rows of two and no more. This way, if a portion of your wind turbine array gets destroyed, it does not cause a chain reaction that destroys all of them.
So T2 is now coming out for the blue team. They have a couple of Sheldons out and a couple of Sumos. I don't think that's going to be enough to hold this army off. Hopefully they don't attack so I can just add on to that wind turbine thing you were talking about. So you can see here that these wind turbines here that I'm highlighting, these are in rows of two and they're spaced apart. These will not chain react. If I push spacebar and X, you can see this is their explosion radius, but it doesn't do enough damage. You guess you wish it was a troll? No, no problem, bro. No problem. We're more than happy to explain it. So yeah, this is the explosion radius of a dying turbine. It won't do enough damage to blow them all up, but you see this group of turbines here, if two of these wind turbines blow up, they're going to chain react each other and blow a whole bunch of stuff. They'll probably end up losing those construction turrets at the same time. So every building and unit that dies has an explosion radius on it. We
Being
all
attacked now from X Factor, basically knocking on the door of the blue team. They have no map control left. They basically have their starting area only, and they're pumping out T2 defensive units, Sheldons and Fiends for life, holding on for dear life. At the same time, we have a T2 Cortex vehicle lab back in X Factor's base, but they're fully pumping out constructor bots. They're upgrading to that sweet, sweet T2 eco.
There's no problem, Pushka TLT. We're more than happy to explain that. If you have any other questions, dude, feel free to ask. Even if it was a troll question, we'd probably still answer it anyway because there's always people who don't know what's going on and they're afraid to ask because of the reaction that I had. So I want to apologize for that reaction. That was not very professional of me. You lost all your
No, it's
turbines
just
at the same time? Yeah, that's how it happens, dude.
so yeah. Right now, Team Red absolutely squeezing Team Blue out of any left oxygen like an anaconda. Instead of trying to really inch out the win here, as they're so close, they see that there's basically Nothing to be afraid of, so they decide to lay back and go for that T2 eco. If you zoom in over to X Factor's base, all of their mexes are being upgraded by now. They're probably going to start putting down some fusion reactors. When ahead, get more ahead,
Exactly.
as the
They're in
saying
that
goes.
snowball position. They've got the map control over 70%. Well, 66 was what I go off. So they're over 66% map control. They're over 30% in the economy. And they have T2 up now. So you have a couple of decisions to make if you see your opponent going T2 in these small team games in 1v1s. You can either push them with a significant amount of T1 because you know that they will not have. Excuse me, you know that they will not have a giant T1 army to defend, and trying to get those T2 out is very costly. So you have a small window where you can attack, or you can tech up yourself, and the red team has decided to tech up themselves. A couple spiders coming out for the blue team. I don't think they're going to get the damage done that needs to be done, but they are going to try, and that will distract some of the red team's army, hopefully, or at least that's what they're hoping. And they're trying to get that reclaim that map control while they have the army lead. You can see that the T2 units are crushing these T1 units now that they're hitting a critical mass. But soon that will swing back the other direction, so they need to get ahead while back to even while they can.
We see the blue team slowly regaining a little bit of ground with those T2 units. They mainly made a lot of the Sheldon, which is a very long-range mortar bot. It outranges basically anything a T1 factory could produce. So as long as you're slowly inching back and forward, you can regain ground forever.
These are the Sheldon bots
Um,
here,
but this
guys.
is but this is only going to be temporary, of course, because we see a Tsar out of the field now from X Factor. The Tsar,
Two
an extremely
Zars,
powerful.
nonetheless. Sorry, carry
Oh,
on.
actually,
Yeah.
oh, that is correct. Yeah, there are two Tsars. Yeah, extremely powerful, extremely expensive T2 unit. It shoots a long-range plasma projectile that is very, very large area of effect. It's going to help mitigate the any aggression from the blue team.
Yeah, the Sheldons definitely outrange the Zars, but if the Zars get into range of those Sheldons, they are gonna feel it, especially with these Shurikens backing them up. I'd like to see Flying Duck just drop maybe a couple of anti-air with his commander or something here, because surely you'd be expecting those Shurikens. Look at that! Oh, the Zar lands with his first shot and does significant damage to that Sheldon. There goes one and almost two. Yeah, look at the damage on that Zar, dude. Absolute weapon
Yeah,
of mass destruction.
yeah, and it's also worth to note that only 5 or 6 shots of the Tsar are enough to completely explode the commander, and with the high fire rate and range, we're gonna see the green commander pop. Yeah,
There
there
we
he goes.
go. I'm surprised he survived that long, to be honest. I thought he was going to die when Domino was attacking him earlier, but he did manage to pull his commander back when that 2-2 was up. That spy bot would have been handy a minute ago, but of course,
GG's get cold.
does not come in. Yeah, there's the GG. Very hard to come up against a team like this, but they did pretty well to get all the way up to T2. It would work against players who are not as experienced as Domino and X Factor, but of course they take the win. So 1-0 to Domino and X Factor. MVP, what do you reckon?
Um, I mean, for this one, I have to give it to X Factor. But to be fair, though, uh, Domino was mostly taking on the support role this match.
Yep.
He was mostly expanding, controlling areas, cleaning up random flanks, stuff like that. X Factor was really in the driver's seat this game. So the
Yep.
MVP obviously goes to him.
I feel like the MVP goes to Domino for the radar placement and the pressure on the side of the cauldron. Because
Yeah,
he
absolutely
spotted
valid.
spotted the bombing run and expanded that direction and really denied it against the DME team. But then again, X Factor, both players very good. Very hard to give a specific MVP in 2v2s like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially when spectating X Factor and Domino, these guys are always playing together. It doesn't matter if it's a tournament going on or just a random 8v8 lobby. They are always planning something together. They have great team chemistry, and we absolutely see that in action today.
Yeah, very very strong team. Strong players individually and even stronger together. Apes together strong guys. X Factor is a cheat code. Is that what you mean? XFL?
Yes, he means X Factor Live.
Yep, Expect Alive is a cheat code. He's not a human, right? He's like an AI that the developers have actually put into the game, and if anyone can actually like beat that AI in a best of five, then I'm pretty sure you get like a special medal.
Yeah. Surely feels that way sometimes. Yeah, I actually played against him in a 3v3 just yesterday, and believe it or not, he won the game without even attacking. So
Nice, classic. Oh yeah, that's
it
right.
was
I was in that game. Yeah, we could
oh
we
yeah,
could
that's
we
correct.
we
Yeah,
could
we
not
both.
break him. That was torture. New map that just came out to be especially to be honest. Funnily enough, I guess. I don't know. There's words aren't working for me today. It's early in the morning, guys. You gotta forgive me. But yeah, new map just came out. We were testing it with X Factor and Domino, funnily enough, and they crushed us. Four to five,
Absolutely, yeah. It wasn't even close.
4 to 5 minutes in, the biggest blunder was having 15 grunts in mid instead of deep in the flanks before those incisors came out. You've got to go hard to stop the expansions. Yeah, dude, they should have ran around that north side and tried to pick up those two construction vehicles expanding, because two construction vehicles expanding would be um, very they expand very fast. So if you can pick them off, it costs a lot for them to get them back because their vehicles don't have revive bots. So it is huge. Oh, they're in the game. I didn't realize. It didn't put me in.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with Warlock there. It was a classic case of one team applying way too much pressure and the other team kind of being paralyzed and not knowing where to place their units because it's just so hard to deal with pressure and apply it at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, we're jumping into this next game on Heartbreak Hill. This is the map that the DME boys already won on versus the pro team just last round. We already see a difference in the way the two teams are approaching this. Red team deciding to go for a core play again with the only lab at the start being X Factor's Cortex bot lab, while on the other side the DME boys both built their own labs, Cortex bots. We'll see if this will pay off for the red team. I think it's a little bit of a gamble here. What do you think, VDB?
Yeah, so just looking at this, I came in a minute late, so I just caught up really quick. I really like what the red team's doing. So the blue team has the expansion potential. I think having two production facilities on this map is quite nice because you can expand to those ridges on either side very quickly. You don't have to walk those construction bots all the way across the
Mm-hmm.
map or a commander. Um, Obviously, you can walk with a commander to expand, but I think what the red team's doing here is amazing because you can see where Domino has started. Very, very defensible position. Couple LLTs, that is perfectly defended now. The second LLT, a little bit misplaced because they can come down that ridge that he is walking up currently, but his commander will be
Mm-hmm.
there to defend that, and that's going to give him a great little eco boost at the start, having that so well defended for practically free. And I assume once he takes those mixes up top, he's going to drop a lab for himself. Yeah, and there he goes. He pings what we're talking about right here for us. And then, yeah, there's a
Yeah,
ramp there.
exactly.
So he must be talking in chat to X Factor saying, look what I've
Yeah,
done.
I'm so curious if we will ever get to hear these guys' comms. I'm really curious to see what this high level of play
Sounds
communication even
like
sounds like.
it's probably
Yeah.
just grunts and like affirming grunts and negative grunts. I think they don't need too much communication. They both have a very in-depth knowledge of the game. So I think pinging and drawing like this, Domino's probably going, huh, huh, and then X Factor's going,
They're just on the completely same wavelength. They don't even need to use words.
yeah. So it looks like Rexel's just missed the viewpoint on that expanding con, which he would have been able to snipe that if he had caught that. So a rare case of the scout too quick. If it was a second slower, he would have seen that con and actually picked him up. But of course, now he has missed his opportunity, and these other cons will block the low ground and get the expansion going. You can see that, as I
Yeah.
said, the both players going for those ridges nice and early. They have very defensible positions in this map, and I think that's what most of the play will be over.
Yeah, 100%. I do think that red team deciding to go for the co-op strategy once again on this map is a little bit of a gamble because of just how far away the two commanders spawn.
Hmm.
Um, I think if the blue team can make out the fact that Domino doesn't actually have a lab to his name early and decide to focus there, it might be difficult for X Factor to defend because he just has to send units from so far away.
Exactly, yeah. The thing is he's sharing units, so they don't have any scouting information, which is the a problem when not starting with an Armada commander. You don't have those ticks for the early scout information, so you don't actually get that info in the early game, so you can work around it. You're sort of just working off how fast a grunt can move, and obviously it's very easy to defend against a grunt scout. I don't like that Cortex bots don't have a scout unit, but I also like that they don't have a scout unit. It's,
As an
it's
Armada player, it's very hard to put an unbiased
yeah,
opinion
yeah,
on
yeah,
the matter.
exactly, yeah. The vegetation on this map seems a bit asymmetrical. You can see a scenario where a tree blocks a critical shot and then lose to X Factor. If it wasn't for the tree, I would have won. I was getting really into
Exactly.
that explanation. I was like, man, this guy's really gone in depth into this map. No, it's just. But I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. If that tree wasn't there, I would have won.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah.
AI doesn't use words, or Skynet is probably a better term. Yeah, absolutely true. People think that ChatGPT was like the first proper, or like artificial intelligence, or that they're still working on AGI. But AGI's been out for a while. It's called X Factor.
100%. We actually see a little bit of aggression here from the blue team. They have 23 grunts and they're sending them in. Sadly, this is exactly what I feared would happen. Imagine if these grunts were instead
Assaulting the
attacking the
other
northern
side.
side where,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Right now, where they're basically attacking the exact point where the grunts are coming out from. So quick reinforcements, and as you can see, the attack is dying out.
Yeah, of
But if these
course, X
23
Factor
grunts were
gets the
instead,
defender's advantage there.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If these 23 grunts instead were on the north, attacking the area where Domino built all of the wind turbines in the beginning, they could have been in huge trouble, the red team.
Yes, it would have been very scary, especially if a combined attack. It didn't need to be a giant attack on the south side, but if the bulk of the army was on the north, it would have been very scary for the red team. And now you can see that the red team is actually very, very pressuring Raxel, and he's lost his main army, and he's basically just donated over 1,000 metal between those two fights. The green team does pick up a couple of expanding cons. They've probably just realized now that the north side is the weaker side, but I think it's a little bit too late now. They've already thrown the advantage away. You see Flying Duck and Domino going head to head with their commanders here.
Yeah, still, these six grunts that made it to the top, they could do some good damage if they can get down these ridges and just if they can slip around the LLTs. And
Yep,
I think
this is
this is
exactly
exactly
what I
what
was
we're
talking
about to
about at the
see happen.
start. Yeah,
Yeah.
that LLT misplacement at the start really costing Why So Easy here. And just as you said, imagine if this was 23 grunts instead of 5. The damage would be insane, and it's still going to be giant damage. Still going to be giant damage.
Yes.
What a call from you,
Giant
dude.
damage. Reinforcements so far away. The lab is just on the entire opposite side of the map. Co-op play is really strong when both commanders spawn in the very close to each other in the same area. But when they spawn so far away, it's kind of a gamble. And as you can see, it
Not paying off.
doesn't pay off so well.
Yeah, it's they are doing some counter-attack damage, but nothing compared to what's happening up in that north corner. Raxel's commander is here now holding strong on the southern side. I think, as you said, yeah, the co-op play is good when they're close together. Or if you are further apart, the co-op play kind of works if it's a longer map. But with the distance and the layout of this map, I just don't think it works quite as well. And you can see both of the blue players transitioning into a thug push now, which is going to be very scary for the red team, but it's also going to give the red team a bit of time because the thugs walk so slow. It's going to give the red team time to rebuild that eco that they just lost and maybe get some map control. They have the map control, but they will be able to get and hold the map control because those thugs won't be able to
Yeah,
walk.
exactly. Well said. Yeah, they need to focus on holding it down. And as that is going on, we see X Factor Live drop an aircraft plant and it's queued up shurikens and repeat shuriken. If you guys don't know, it's a paralyzer drone. Flies around the map, zaps units, paralyzes them, and then makes them very, very easy to kill by anything else. Extremely powerful unit, one only available to Cortex.
Yep,
Um,
very, very squishy. Here they come now. Very squishy, but very, very useful if there's nothing to kill them. And you can see here at the same time, X Factor is reviving this entire army that attacked him. So they will have a plethora, God,
Plethora.
plethora of units. They're gonna have grunts backing up, and you can see all the little grunts with these halos are the ones that have been revived. So they are basically free units for the red team. They are going to come in and assist all of these thugs and shurikens. This is actually very dangerous for the blue team. With Rexel's commander here, it might be okay. This commander might go down. But if he can keep his commander alive and fight this off, there's going to be a hefty medal donation. And you can see now that X Factor's actually transitioned into trying to snipe the commander. I think they're going to get him, and that is going to take out a chunk of the army, but also not great for the blue team.
Not a single D-gun coming out of Raxo's commander there. I'm sure it seems like maybe his attention was somewhere else, but yeah, definitely feels like a little bit of a misplay. Could
Yep.
have tried to D-gun those grunts, maybe survived, maybe not, but would have definitely worked out better.
Would have,
Had the
yeah.
energy for it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now all these revive bots here can either reclaim the stuff or revive.
Oh,
What was
at the
that?
top there, because Raxo's commander went down. Why so easy? Tried to go for a comb bomb to take out Flying Duck, which is the last commander for the blue team. The combo didn't actually work. Why so easy's commander was on 5% HP.
He got caught by the
Um,
grunts.
yeah.
These reinforcements brought to you by the Flex Tape. That's a lot of damage. Not if our sponsor has anything to say. MVP. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like both teams sort of made blunders there. No one specifically playing amazing. I think maybe X Factor for the revive bot play is probably the best play of the game, or maybe the damage done on the north side.
I mean, you can't really give away an MVP in a game like this. Once
Yeah,
again, X Factor was in the driver's seat for the entire game. He was the player who had the lab. He decided where units go and what units to build. Domino was in that support role. So it's just both of them together, just working so well.
yeah, exactly. They're very strong and very once again very hard to give MVP on this game mode specifically as well. A bit easier in obviously 1v1s and team like larger team games like 3v3s, 4v4 and up sort of thing. But yeah, there we have it. That's the end of the second round. X Factor and Domino taking the win again. 2 wins apiece in a row. What is wrong
Yeah,
with my
have
hold up, sorry.
have not lost a game, and I'll be surprised if we see him lose one tonight. Completely unbiased, but it's just it's just the level that they play at is absolutely
Oh
insane.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Currently, we actually have another game ongoing, which is Neb and Master Bell versus the pro team, Lord Vader and Razor. There's 5 minutes in on Acidus
Let's
Crack.
let's go. I need to bring us over so I can actually see my mouse. Let's go to focus. Can I see my mouse? I can't. Okay, so I actually have to just transfer us to the game. Ah, that's annoying. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Oh, Acidus Crack, okay. This domino went Armada by accident. He was supposed to make lab, but no way we make Armbot lab. How dare you, X Factor? How dare you? Last time I big you up. Armada is king. I will not hear any bad words spoken about my dear Armada.
So that confirms our suspicions that the core play on that map was way too big of a gamble. They didn't even intend to do it,
They
but
didn't
they still
intend
made
to.
it work anyway.
You
Yeah.
know what? I got to give him props for standing on principle. But as principled as I am, if I accidentally started as Cortex, I wouldn't build the Cortex lab. But yeah, I guess the same, but in reverse for X Factor. So it looks like the Team Pro is actually getting some decent damage done in the back line here against Master Bell. Neb once again walking forward and building this forward lab, going for
Oh, but look at Master Bell's
Armada.
commander here.
Yeah,
It looks like he's about to successfully detonate in the middle of Blue's base. It's going to be very tight.
doesn't have the energy. I would like to see Neb. Neb is giving him all the energy he's got. Oh, he didn't get the
Oh.
lab! No! Good for Banshee. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Lord Vita's commander will go down and take the lab with him, I think.
Oh, it's going to
No
be very
way.
close. 4%
No
walks away
way.
scot-free. Not even close,
Yeah.
baby.
Not even close, baby. No way. That was a bit of a gamble for the red team, and it just didn't pay off. Not quite what they were looking for, I think. And you can see Neb's commander getting pinged by Lord Vita saying, this is where we have to kill and we win. But I think this is looking like the end for the red team. That damage could have brought them back in the game, maybe, but it indeed will not.
Yeah, it looks like Razor here coming down with the 13 incisors into the middle of Master Bells' base is going to be able to close it out.
Yeah, I can't read what you've just written, Varunda. I don't think I'm legally allowed to read that out on stream, but I just want to bring
You
everyone's
are not.
attention to it because that is hilarious. And I don't doubt it,
Yeah,
not
this
even a bit.
I believe this is a copy pasta originally meant for the player choice.
Uh, oh, yeah?
Reimagined to instead say X Factor, but yeah.
That's funny. Classic. I think the red team is in dire straits here. That com bomb play was absolutely magnificent, but just fell short of the mark, which is a shame. Ah, yeah, the Banshee snipes, Braxel. I'm telling you, dude, you guys should have gone for it, but you both started Cortex and went Grunts, man. Like, if you'd gone the Banshee snipes, you probably would have won that game. Completely unbiased opinion. I've done the statistics. Yeah, huge
You
damage here from Pro
absolutely
Razor.
you absolutely have to respect Neb for the last stand there. Basically, his team's economy went down, and his first reaction was, "Let me just slap down a few solar panels at my forward lab, and that'll be all I need
To
to
win.
come back in this game." Now,
Yeah,
now a
he's
final
got
push
this.
with his 8 maces.
Yeah, the blue team having two commanders up is a bit of a bad situation here. If there was only one commander, there might be a chance of a snipe, especially with Lord Vita being so low. But because there's two commanders, I think Neb's just going to go all the way in with his commander. You can see on the minimap his base is going down, and that is the end. Is this the second match or the first match? Do you know?
I wish I could tell you. This is probably their second match. We caught it pretty early, and we just came back from watching 2 games in a row, so this is probably the second one.
Yeah, we bit of a shame there's not six teams. It would have been nice to have a little bit more diversity in this fight night. But you know, the four teams that we do have are all very nice teams, so it is still great gameplay here. But it will be a bit of a shorter fight night tonight, which is probably pretty good. I got up at midnight to do this, and there's the GG. We obviously can't give an MVP out here because we didn't see the whole match, so I'm just going to give a token MVP to Master Bell for the attempt at the combo.
Yeah, 100% would have been a great. I'm not sure if that would have been enough for the comeback. It looks like they were suffering way too much economical damage, but would have definitely been a very valiant effort.
Yep, for sure, for sure. So I'm gonna throw this out there. Do you want to watch Team Pro for the last round? Seeing as we haven't watched them, but they'll probably be going up against X Factor, won't they? So that means we'll be watching X Factor Domino. So maybe we should watch a different team.
I mean,
It's,
we have the on one side we have Neb in Master Bell versus the DME boys, which means we're gonna have 3 DME players actually in one game.
ooh,
Or tell you what, why don't we just watch a game from both teams, and that way
okay,
everybody's happy.
okay. So we'll watch the pro game first, just to make sure we definitely get an entire game, and then we'll go over to the Nib versus Pro to Nib versus DME to finish it off. Does that
Perfect.
sound? Wait, hold on. They're going into a match.
I mean, yeah, they're probably it's possible that Neb and Master Bell won the first game,
Yep.
and
So
this is the decider.
let's go. Let's go. I didn't even see what map they changed to. Let me chuck us back into the game. Oh,
It's
Heartbreak
Heartbreak Hill.
Hill. Let's do it. Yeah, boy. Let's see how these guys differ compared to X Factor and Domino versus the DME boys. Everybody just saw you type that. Very unprofessional, Slick.
Why? How's that
I'm just,
unprofessional?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Look at this guy. He doesn't even have all the information on him. Just lickety split. I think the lobby is broken for me. I can't join. Oh no, that's happened to me. Shallow Straits 1-1. Oh,
Damn,
Neb.
so we missed the game on shallow straights. That's actually
Yeah,
such a shame.
that is a shame.
I really
Yeah,
wonder what happened.
Shallow Straits is such a good 2v2 and 1v1 map. It's like I don't like playing it, like I said at the start, but I love watching it because there's always some sort of wacky play.
Yeah, it's just such an entertaining map. It's one of those maps where it's like putting two gladiators in a kiddie pool. It's entertaining for everybody watching, but people genuinely don't like being the gladiators. Such a shame that we missed it.
I thought Oh my god, I thought that was so dark for a second. I thought you said putting two Blackadders in a kiddie pool.
Oh no, gladiators
Yeah,
is what I said.
gladiators, just in case anybody misheard like me. God, that was
Yeah.
grim.
Oh God.
Okay, everybody has spawned in now, and it looks like. What do you think about these spawn locations, my dude?
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I really like that. I wonder if these, especially from the pro team I'm looking at, they're spawning very, very close. I wonder if they have an aggressive opener in mind, and that's why they're choosing to open like this. Maybe some push that requires both commanders going forward. I think we'd love to see that. Something with maybe Centurions or, um, oh, never mind. They're both Cortex.
Of course.
So yeah.
I think this position here that they let me just clear all these drawings. I think this position here, once again, this is the most defensible start position. This is where you most often see 1v1 players start. And I think they've started here to maybe communism and have a great defense. They are not going to communism, but they have a very strong defensive position here. It's going to be very, very hard for the blue team to actually break through their defenses and push onto two labs that are producing units.
Yeah, obviously the con with that strategy is that they're spawning very far away from all the other metal extractors positions, so they're going to be behind on their expansion.
The early eco.
The Yeah, Masterbell and Neb instead go for a more balanced approach, so they're both very close to where they would be going to expand. Will be very much more efficient. It's
Yep.
it's once again a gamble. We'll see if it pays off.
Yep, exactly. The flip side of that for the blue team, Master Bell's spawning in a very strange position here. I'm not certain about this one. Maybe it's to be close to Neb as he can while being able to still expand to that northern ridge. But this is going to leave Neb a little bit exposed because he's going to have two players on his side of the map on this ridge. I think the red team has a very, very strong claim to this ridge that Neb is starting on. So he's going to have his work cut out for him trying to defend this position.
Yeah, I can already see some situations in which Neb's commander goes down, especially because it looks like blue team is going to go for the co-op play. Neb is putting down the LLTs at his starting position because there's not going to be a lab, there's not going to be any units defending those. Hopefully, two LLTs are enough to defend this, but I can see this going down very, very quickly,
Oh,
especially because of
yo.
the way the red team spawned.
Yeah, Neb going for these eco starts and giving his teammate those resources, I think needs a little bit of refining. I don't hate the idea, but I think the way he's going about it is just not as efficient as it should be. He's just like this long walk is really just a lot of downtime where the commander's build power is not being utilized and he's not really getting the unit production value out that he could be getting.
Hmm.
Even by giving all these resources to his teammate, the production value is just not there, I don't think. But we'll see. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. There is a few units out on the map for the blue team compared to the red team, but of course that's going to change very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Masterbo has to compensate for that lack of the BP from Neb's commander by building additional BP build power um, on his lab. Yeah, I definitely agree that it's a slowdown for at least a minute.
Yeah,
But
the
then
the long
you obviously
walk.
start getting the advantage.
Yeah, with that extra build power and Master Bell's base, it's quite nice. Gives him a great defender's advantage early in the game. Like you can see here, he's easily able to defend these raids. Uh, Semi easily. A little bit of micro mismanagement from Master Bell, I think. So he might lose a mix, but I think he'll be safe overall. Neb really, really desperately trying to defend this forward position, and he is now dropping his lab. So I think he's going to start being in a better position. but you can see from the eco tab that the blue team's actually ahead in eco except for metal, and I think that metal disparity, the metal difference,
Disparity?
disparity. Thank you. What is wrong with you today? That metal disparity is gonna get a little bit further ahead before it's gonna get worse before it gets better for the blue team.
Yeah, 100%. We'll keep watching. We'll keep following the situation. Would love to see Lord Vader breaking this position from Neb. But Neb already has his lab down, his forward lab that he does every game, and it immediately the first unit spawn out of there is the rocket bot. Rocket bot very good at breaking a static defense versus static defense situation. Not very good at everything else, including map control. That is so important in these small team games.
Yeah, I think Neb has locked himself in a corner here. He hasn't actually made it past this original ramp here. So that's gonna, if Lord Vader can block that ramp off, Neb is just locked in a corner and nobody puts Neb in a corner except apparently Lord Vader. These rocket bots might be able to drive off Lord Vader's commander with some time. And Lord Vader's actually transitioning into thugs, which is good for comm sniping. I don't think he's going to be able to break Lord Neb's position with thugs, to be honest.
Yeah, I disagree as well. Thugs are the one unit that trades very inefficiently into rocket bots.
Eh,
So I don't think we're gonna see them work out very well in this situation, but we'll keep following. We'll see. Three
I
grunts actually
getting through.
break through there. Yeah, but it doesn't look like they'll find any damage.
They will also be cornered. The thugs, by the time they walk across the map, they're just getting there now. And if we check, you can see that Neb has already got the same amount of thugs, if not more, out. So I think a little bit of a misplay from Lord Vader here. He did have the advantage, but he sort of gave the advantage away to Neb, allowing him to get set up fully.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that forward lab. Your units don't spend like minutes walking to the front line. They are there immediately. And if the risk pays off, you are golden.
You're golden. A little bit of scouting coming up in there, but does get cleaned up before they get any information. Let's just check each team's view. So the blue team has zero scouting information, and the red team has minimal scouting information. So they actually haven't really gone into the northern side of the map. You can see Master Bell and Pro Razor going toe to toe. The eco tabs are very similar, but as I said, Neb is really, Neb is really locked into that corner, and because he's locked into that corner, he doesn't have the same eco production as Lord Vader. So I would actually, at this point, like to see Master Bell maybe give over some of his expansion mixes to Neb to give him that production value to defend against Lord Vader and, if anything, push him back. But he might be able to do it with the production that he has. And also, he hasn't taken a mix on the high ground that he should 100% have taken by now. There you go, he's just queuing it up as I speak.
Huge engagement on the north side of the battlefield. We have a lot of grunt versus grunt action. The blue team comes out on top and is going to be able to secure this 400 metal reclaim field. Huge advantage for the blue team.
For sure, and especially with Master Bell loading so many resources, I would not be surprised if we see him transition into either thugs or aircraft. It looks like there's a giant army coming. Well, giant's subjective, but 18 grunts coming straight through the center for Master Bell's base. Master Bell not producing units. Not sure if that was a misclick or not. That's probably why he was floating so many resources. That's probably going to cost him. I think he'll still be able to defend this if he micros correctly, which he indeed does not do. I think he might be able to fight this off, but it's going to be scary.
This is looking very scary. Emergency LLTs get placed down, but these grunts will for sure find some damage. These we're gonna see some wind turbines exploding here for sure. It's very
Yeah.
close, but yeah, beautiful chain reaction there.
Yeah, he's going to try and get some of
They're
these
also gonna find some
mixes.
nexus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting how we've got this ourselves into this situation. This is a 2v2 map, a 2v2 match, but we have two players just in a corner
Yeah.
battling, and the other two controlling 80% of the map.
Yeah, neither team really going for communism. Master Bell having the lion's share of the map for the blue team, and Razor doing the same. The spawn positions were different, but the gameplay is identical. I'm not sure if that was forced because of Neb, or if it's something that's just naturally occurred. They're really battling over the southern ridge, and Lord Vader has technically more map control than Neb. I would really like to see, because I think Lord Vader will not be able to break this position without trying very hard. I would have liked to see Lord Vader send some units around to harass Master Bell and draw his army out of position to open up some spots for Razor. But obviously, Razor doing that damage is putting him in a great spot. But it's very even. This is a very, very even match. This is the most even match we have come across this night, this evening.
Yeah, 100%. So far, I would place it a little bit on in Red's favor just because of all that economic damage that they on multiple occasions managed to get. But it could be anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, it's looking very close, but to me, I was gonna say I think the blue team's slightly ahead here, but the it looks like Lord Vader's slowly whittling down Neb as he's got slightly more income than Neb. So Lord Vader's on 17 medal, Neb's on 15, whereas Razor's on 25 and Master Bell's on 30. So um, very even, very even. But I think Lord Vader's
Yeah.
slowly whittling down Nebs, so Neb's gonna need a little bit of assistance from Master Bella. As I said earlier, when Master Bella was floating all those resources, it would have been great to see him drop an air lab, and I think Shurikens is exactly what is needed for Neb to break Lord Vader's position and like take that lead.
Yeah, 100% agree. I would have loved to see a transition of some point, either vehicles or air or yeah, just anything to switch it up a little bit because in a thug versus thug situation like we're seeing, a switch up like that could be what decides the front line. Vader doing a great job with repairing, reclaiming, and resurrecting units is I think why he's slightly ahead on that scuffle in the south.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
And Neb's revive bots have been sniped. If you guys don't know, Thugs and Mace, I'm not sure if it's just Thugs and Mace, it might be all units, but they will specifically target any res bot they see before army units. So you can use them to draw fire and dip and dive, but you've got to be very careful that if they get in range of those units, they will try and snipe them automatically.
Yeah, 100%. And that's actually such a huge factor because repair is so important. Repair in Beyond of Reason is completely free. So it's always great to be repairing your units. And the res bots are quite often the strongest unit
Yeah.
that decide the outcome.
Yeah, especially once you get them reviving, repairing, reclaiming. Very, very versatile unit. Yeah, it looks like Lord Vader is slowly pushing Neb back still. Neb is holding on. He's got those repair turrets, so once he falls back into range of those turrets, he actually starts gaining that lead back. But at the same time, Razor is in the base of Master Bell again, and he's denying all these mexes. That's a decent amount of metal that he's denying here. Although every time he fights and doesn't get economic damage done, he donates metal, but it looks like these thugs are going to absolutely crush Master Bell's base soon if they just commit. The Twin Guard and the LLT will put in work, but I don't think they're actually going to be strong enough to defend this.
I think it's gonna be close, but I think this will mostly get defended. I don't think we're gonna see any significant economical damage, but I might be eating my words here in a second.
If they get that
Um,
energy storage, it's all over Red Rover, but I don't think there's enough thugs left. No, it does get cleaned up, you're right. Very close, but that's a
yeah.
hefty metal donation there. That is 1.3k. I would love to see the air transition now out of Master Bell. That donation is more than enough for what he needs to transition.
Um, yeah, well, obviously we gotta be careful because oh, well, there you go. As you,
Yeah.
we see the air lab, but it's actually up in the north, built by Master Bell's commander, and we see shurikens starting to get pumped out on repeat. Um, but on the other side, Razor already has anti-air bots, a part of his army group. He has three
Oh,
trashers,
nice.
which
You don't
should
see
be
that.
more than enough to over.
Defend. Yeah, no. I mean, like, you don't see that very often, is what I was going to say. I just didn't want to cut you
Oh
off.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't see the preemptive anti-air bots, but we are at 13 minutes, so everybody should be expecting some sort of transition by now, especially after a donation like that. So Pro Razor really preemptively doing that, which is great. He's got to be careful not to lose those to the units of Master Bell. And also another thing, there goes Lord Vader's commander as we're talking. But another thing you don't see is a forward air lab. I can't believe Neb broke
Yeah.
that. That's wild.
Yeah, it looks like at some point while we were discussing the thug fight earlier, Neb decided to go for rocket bots instead of maces, and it turned out to work pretty well for him. Rocket
Yeah.
bots have more range than the thugs; they can fire often without getting fired back. We see Lord Vader's commander going down as a result of that, and he immediately attempts to actually resurrect it,
Oh, is that
but gets
Resurrection?
driven back.
Oh, I would have gone for the reclaim on that. Finally, the Shuriken's coming out for Master Bell. Better late than never this situation. And there's no AA from Lord Vetus, and Neb's actually going to take the win on the southern side. I've got to say it. I was a naysayer. I did not think he would hold that position. I think, as you said, the
Yeah,
transition
with
into rocket bots was the play. They have less health than the thugs, but with all those construction turrets there repairing them and the extra range of the rockets, very, very strong play to do that.
Yeah, absolutely insane. At the same time, Master Bell's commander goes down in the north, and now we're in a one commander versus one commander situation. Obviously, Neb has access to resurrect Lord Vader's commander. We'll see if he decides to go for it. Right now, it's a lot of resurrection on other smaller units to keep the fight going. This is very, very scary in the south. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like we're gonna suffer some pretty big economical damage. Emergency LLTs start going down. This is
Yeah.
not going to be enough. Yeah, all of these wind turbines are gonna go down.
There goes Lord Vader's base, and by proxy, these mace now are going to have the high ground, and they're going to be able to shoot straight down into Razor's position. Um, very dangerous, very dangerous position for the red team. Um, Neb falling back. I don't think this is the play from Neb. Neb should have gone in there and finished off Vita at least. Even if he
Yeah,
donated a bit of
definitely at
metal,
least
but
kill the lab.
yeah, exactly. Even if he donated a little bit of metal with that army, destroying the lab and that eco there and then shooting down onto Razor would have really helped. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He is reviving the
Um,
commander and all the units.
I'm pretty sure he saw all of the army that Razor was getting ready to basically surround him with. So instead he pulled back. He was afraid of losing all those units, and he actually sent in a few pawns to just finish the job, which I absolutely love. I think that was the
Yeah,
correct decision here. Instead of losing so much army and metal, just send in a few pawns. They'll do the cleanup perfectly fine, and that's exactly what we see.
yeah. You can see that Razor's just shared everything over to Lord Vader, maybe thinking he's the stronger player and would be in a position to micro and macro those units better. I would have liked to have seen him just giving the units over to Lord Vader to micro and then he continues the macro himself. Would have been a bit better. Go slightly into an Archon mode type thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I would have loved to see that as well. Maybe he's still in the game as a motivational speaker.
Definitely. Yep. Nib does revive that commander. He is up and running now, and he will continue reviving units. He has to be careful not to lose the position that he has now. Master Bell taking a bit of a back seat now. He's got a bunch of shurikens out, and he's building more shurikens. I think he needs to stop on the shurikens. Maybe go for a bombing run or another bot lab at the front or something. But I think he needs some substantial units coming out instead of just shurikens now to try and drive that nail into the coffin and end the game for the blue team.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. Yeah. All of that energy going down from Lord Vader's base means that a potential air transition from red would be very difficult. So bombers are a pretty safe shout.
Yeah. The
At
they
this,
just have a bit of anti-air, but yeah, bombers always a good shout if this happens, just to test the waters at least.
at the same time, huge engagement in the south. Basically, a lot of mace rocket bot versus a lot of thug. It seems to be pretty even with the red team just slightly inching forward. And remember, it's extremely important. The aftermath is really what decides who's ahead, is who gets all of the reclaim on the ground. Very handsome 5,000 metal on the ground.
Hmm.
Could be enough to swing this game both ways.
You can see Lord Vader's already sitting and waiting with 10 res bots, and they are reclaiming. They are not reviving. Those shurikens coming in at a very opportune time here, being able to stun everything, but there is a lot of AA here, and all that time and resources building those shurikens is gone to waste now. They do get a little bit of value, but not enough to justify this spending. And I want to see what they do, and indeed they are taking to T2 with all of these resources that they're getting. Lacking on the energy a little bit, but they ultimately are going to have enough to tick up to T2. At the same time, No, I was about to say I thought Master Bell was teching, but he's not. I think Master Bell's sort of fumbling here, not teching or transitioning when he could have a few times. He does have the map control and the eco lead, but sort of just falling behind, like lagging behind a little bit here and allowing the red team to get back on their feet.
No, yeah, absolutely agree. Especially because this line of attack has been open for a while. I'm
Hmm.
very, very um, surprised that an air attack hasn't happened so far.
Yeah, or a ground attack or something. He does have a transport there, which is kind of funny. I want to see what he's doing with that. Maybe he's going to be dropping construction turrets down to take
Oh,
those.
we see a lab queued up. He's going to build a lab on the low
Oh, he
ground.
is building a lab. Yeah, nice. Okay, so he is doing some sort of play. Once again, better late than never. But there is a time when if that happens too often, it becomes too late as never. But the transport play here does get pinged by Razor, and the single grunt is gonna be going to town if it ever gets microed. If it ever gets
This could.
microed.
Mastermind, please.
Hello?
This is your winning piece. This is your golden chicken.
Hey, there he is. Oh god, I think he's gonna get not as much damage as he needs to get done, but he's still gonna be doing the energy damage, which is exactly what needs to be done. But the fusion will be coming up, making the damage done by this grunt negligible by the time it actually gets that damage done. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what Master Bell was doing. Maybe he was doing something back home. He was reclaiming a bot lab to build the bot lab on the low ground. He is building bombers now, finally. Neb is ticking up
Yeah,
to
there we go.
T2, so there's a lot happening on the blue side. Um, Red team really in a sticky situation, but they are getting that eco up and running. They really just need to get units out as soon as possible, to be honest. And maybe some map
Um,
control.
yeah, 100%. It's actually also worth to know on the point of map control, there isn't a single radar available for red team for the moment. It seems like they never rebuilt after the last one was destroyed, so they have absolutely no idea that there is a lab that is being built right here in their backyard, and
Yeah.
this could potentially be very devastating.
They did just spot that construction aircraft. I was just on their view, and they can see it when it comes into range of those LLTs. Don't know if they actually realized that it was there. It was only there for a second. This is going to
Yep.
be interesting. I think the red team's going to lose, but they kind of have a chance to bring this back, depending on how this bombing run goes, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the real jackpot here is if the bombers manage to find the fusion reactor.
Yeah,
The blue
100%.
team currently does not. Oh, it is actually scouted. The blue team know that the fusion reactor is there. Very interesting. So that is 100% what the bombers are going to be targeting. We see 19, 20 bombers so far.
Hmm.
More than enough to kill it in one swoop.
I wonder if the red team's expecting it. They know they have an air lab, and Master Bell's been suspiciously absent. Whenever I see a player absent for that long, I'm always expecting a Banshee snipe, of course, but failing that, some sort of bombing run or play like that. That's why the scouting information is absolutely crucial. Flamers come out, but do get cleaned up by the shurikens. The shurikens get cleaned up by the AA, but those flamers do go down, which is a huge waste of resources for the red team. Yo,
We
a
actually see
fat
Fat Boy
boy.
out for Neb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the fat boy, if you remember the Tsar from an earlier game, the fat boy is basically a walking Tsar. And they just look gorgeous. I not super fan of their name, you know. They could call them Chonky Boys or something. I think Fat Boy's a little bit on the nose. And you can see he's coming out with a radar bot and an anti-radar bot. Which, if I go to the player view, you can see this orange circle is Lord Vader cannot see with a radar inside this circle, and the radar bot gives increased vision range, which is this line you see here, which allows the Fat Boy to land his shots without missing too much.
Sorry, I have to cut you off there, VDB, because the bombers are actually in action. An
Here we
air lab
go.
dropped down for Vador, and he's spamming out fighters, but it's not going to be quick enough. We got 20 bombers, and they're going. And as you can see, there we go. The attack command on the fusion reactor. The commander sitting right beside it. This explosion is going to be absolutely devastating. And this is, I think, where we can
That's
call this
game
game
over. Let's
GG's.
go. Oh, beautiful. There goes the lab. Most of the commander's health and the fusion. And that is, yeah, there's the resign out of Vita, and he decides to go out with the resign before he dies. Still gets killed by at the end though. Amazing. Um, Not even sure about an MVP for that. Once again, very hard, as you say, every time. But if I had to give one, you know what? Even through all his misplays, Master Bell, I'm going to have to give it to Master Bell. Neb did an amazing job holding, but really, Master Bell was the decider in that game.
Mastaba was the decider. I think this is the first time we disagree. I'm not sure. I think Neb is the MVP this game.
For holding,
With that huge he was not only he just turned it back and pushed. He killed a commander.
true.
Then
And a
he
base.
revived it. He killed Lord Vader's entire base with just a few pawns. Managed to save all of his army value. Transitioned to T2 there in the end. In my eyes, Neb was the real
You know
horseman of
what?
the apocalypse this game.
You've convinced me. You convinced me. I'm 100% on board. Can't believe I did that to my boy Neb. Yeah, I reckon Neb gets the MVP with that one. Um,
Yeah, hopefully he didn't catch that.
Yeah, yeah. If you're listening, Neb, I didn't mean it. Very well played. Very well played. I was honestly a disbeliever there against Neb. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold, or at least not be able to push out. He did a very good job there, where a lesser man would have been just rolled over. Sorry, guys. The challenge and the casters thing is not working at the moment. Let me bring up the bracket for you guys, and then I'll actually link it in the Discord. I mean, in the Discord, in the Twitch for you guys now. I'll send that link through to you guys. Do you want to? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, sorry, that's because I opened that. I'll link this to you guys now.
Yeah, spectacular game. I believe because it was a 1-1 before going into this final game of the best of three, Neb and Master Bell take the win over the Pro team. And now we're going to see Pro versus X Factor Live and Neb versus the DME boys.
Let's go. Has the game started? I'm just gonna try and open the stream and link this stuff for them.
No game has started already. I believe we're gonna see the same lobby, just the Master Bell and Neb are gonna shuffle out. But yeah, absolutely. Neb that game, he was on the brink of defeat, and then we had that huge thug attack, so we had to um, change the viewpoint to there. And then when we came back, he was pushing Vidor back with 15 Rocketeers. Something magical happened in between there that I would definitely love to check out the replay later, see what happened.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That was a sorry, I was doing some admin in the background. That was great. That was a great game to watch. That was actually one of my favorite games to watch today. There's a lot going on. I had a great time with that one.
Absolutely, it was a great watch. The we had the forward air lab, something you almost never see. We had the triple double upset in the south lane, the backdoor bot lab building at the end, and then the bombers to finish it off with a beautiful fusion explosion. I have a question for you, VDB.
Hit me.
We've seen a lot of maps. What are some maps that we haven't seen yet that you really want to see?
Oh, what are some maps that we haven't seen? I actually have the map pool up on the stream as we speak, so it's a great time for that question. Um, you know what? This might be an unpopular opinion. I kind of want to see an Avalanche game as a 2v2 because it's a very short map, and as a 1v1, it's a crazy map to play, let alone a 2v2.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think it would be a great watch. Fun fact, once I watched 16 human players versus 16 AI players on Avalanche, and it was extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
32 players packed on that map is like sardines in a can.
I don't have mod privileges, Irish John. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have mod privileges. Also,
I don't think, yeah.
I really, really want to see Eclipsed. Really want to see Eclipse. I love that map for team games. 1v1, I am not a super fan of it. It's still fun to play. But team games like 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, amazing. Amazing map for that.
Yeah.
Who do you
Me
want to...
personally, I really want to see Silent Sea or Shallow Straits. I know dipping your toes in the water is not most popular amongst bar players, but there's so many wacky things that happen on these maps. It's always a fun watch. However, as we've been yapping away,
Yep.
players have already started banning maps.
Yeah,
I'm
so I was
currently
gonna
in the
say,
X Factor.
do you want to watch the pros or do you want to watch DME? It's up to you.
Well, let's watch this X Factor game first, and then we can
Cool.
jump over to the DME boys.
Afterwards.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Um,
absolutely. Yeah.
I can't get back into the lobby.
So, that's awkward.
There we go. Okay,
Is it
cool. Yeah.
locked?
No, no, we're good. Hit me.
Perfect.
Hit me. I'll switch us over to the
All
band
right.
pick.
So, Pro have the first ban, and they said, I ban X Factor. It is now a 1v2 GG. But then moving on to the actual map bans, they chose to ban Avalanche.
Cool.
Then X Factor's team banned Silent Sea. Then the next ban we have is Titan Jewel. Then after that, we have Heartbreak Hill being banned. Last ban before the picks is Eclipsed.
Cool. So we
And
got
then
Avalanche,
the first
Heartbreak
pick,
Hills, Silent Sea, Eclipsed.
Avalanche, Heartbreak, Silent Sea, Eclipsed. Yes, exactly. And Titan Jewel. I don't know if you said that.
Oh,
That's
Titan
also
Jewel
banned.
as well. Who banned Titan Jewel, sorry?
Yeah. That was Lord Vidor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just so you know. Okay, cool. And the first pick from the X Factor team is the map Cold Place. So that's
Wee.
actually great.
Yeah, nice. I really want to see this
Really?
one.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the second pick from Pro Team is Comet Catcher, another map we haven't seen today, I believe. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Solar map. Solar map. Oh, thanks for the
Exactly,
raid,
yeah.
7. 47 raiders. Let's go, dude.
Huge. Thank you very
Huge.
much.
All right, so we got 4 more bands, or am I tripping? Have I missed some things?
Yes, I think so. After the picks, we have Crystal,
Ooh.
crystallized. Yeah,
Yep.
and then we have Onyx Cauldron band.
Mm-hmm.
Then Shallow Straits, Womp Womp.
We're not going to be
We're
able
not
to
gonna
see
see
that
that
today.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're waiting on one more band, I believe.
What's up, all you raiders? We're at 154 viewers, allegedly, at the moment. It's nice to see everybody here. I hope you're all enjoying it. We're coming into the last round of this fight night. Don't forget there will be another one on in roughly 12 hours from now.
And the last band map is Certigata, which I believe. What does that leave out for the last map? Please help me out here, VDB.
I'm barely holding it together. Or Aurelia, or which we haven't seen. Oh no, wait, that
I
might
believe
not be
it's
it. That's
Isidus
not
Crack.
that's not in the pool. That's not in the pool. It's Isidus Crack. Sorry,
Yeah, it's Isidus Crack.
Isidus Crack
Yeah, which we're
again.
not gonna pronounce with the alternative pronunciation from earlier.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Exactly. And anyone who missed it, you have to go back and watch the VOD. Looks like we're already in the game, so this is the maps that they are picking. Hopefully that's all up and running on the stream. I think it is. Yep, it is. Cool. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I got my fingers crossed for a Hover Lab opening. I would absolutely love
Oh,
to see that.
it has to happen. It has to happen.
It has to happen.
Has
Who
to
do I
happen.
pay to see a Hover Lab
Who
opening?
do I pay? I was gonna type it in the all chat. I was gonna say how much for a Hover Lab opening, but I don't
We
want
can't.
to.
That would be.
I don't want to sway it anyway. Yeah, I don't want to. Don't want to ruin it. How much
Yeah,
fun are you
we can't
having
get
today,
involved.
dude? I'm having such a blast.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I can't believe we get to do this one more time later with the Apprentice League,
Yeah,
honestly.
dude. So you're coming along for that one? You coming along?
Oh yeah,
Let's
100%. Yeah.
go. Nice. At the end of this stream, guys, we'll chuck our personal Twitches up, so you can see who we are because we don't actually have any of the mods with us today, so we'll have to do that ourselves. So we'll do that later on, so you guys can see who we are. But if you want to see more of us, come along later on to the next fight night, the Apprentice League, which will be absolutely a blast because it'll be all the noobs. So it'll be a good one to watch. We'll be seeing some crazy plays out of those guys. And looking at our spawns with 2 completely different tactics here.
Absolutely, yeah. We see Domino and X Factor going for the we want to control the whole map while we pressure you 24/7 approach, as they have
Mm-hmm.
been doing throughout today. And then Razor and Lord Vito are going for something
Ooh.
very similar. And just as I say that, they switch it up.
So I just want to point out to everybody how wrong my co-caster here was. It's hard to find good help these days. Clearly, they're not going to be going for the communism strat. But that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes.
Okay. Well, God damn it, VDP.
G'day, me Saber. Welcome back, dude. It's nice to see you around these parts. And exactly, the Apprentice League West is today. Get on it. Irish John saying, "Come on, Razor." Where's our boy that was into X Factor? Maybe he's not here anymore. I haven't seen him spamming it in chat anymore. Looks like we're going to have an Armada opener from Lord Vita. What a legend. And we're going to have a Cortex opener from Razor. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got a Cortex from X Factor and a Cortex from Domino. So we're going to be looking at Lord Vita and Domino to be carrying the teams in terms of energy production because of these geos. But I think Razor has access to more metal depending um, on how he expands.
Yeah, I'm also really excited to see teams possibly get the Geo. We might not get to see it because these teams usually like to go for really, really aggressive play styles. Last game we saw the pro team just spamming thugs for the longest possible time, just getting the numbers up. And obviously we know from Domino and X Factor that they really go for early aggression. So we might not see the Geos, but they're always there if the game draws out into the T2
So,
phase. Sadly, no hovercraft labs.
yeah, sadly not. But Lord Vita opening up as the vehicles. Yeah, that was Lord Vita. Has access to the amphibious complex, as if I am not mistaken. Also, Varunda says, "Go X Factor" with a billion exclamation marks, and then in brackets, "I'm a woman, Lamau." And everybody on the internet is a man until proven otherwise.
I don't know if you can
just
say
cause
that.
just cause your name's Pink. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. Vehicle Lab does give you access to the amphibious complex. Sadly, Armada's amphibious complex doesn't really shine through with many, many great units. You have the Pincer and the Turtle.
Yep.
The Turtle is the better choice out of the Pincer, but not spectacular.
Yeah.
With that being said, if turtles do come out, I would be eternally, eternally grateful and will remember this day forever.
Just having a giggle because your turtle plays the other day. I'm just kidding, Varunda. We are more than happy to have you here. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, turtles are absolutely amazing. Turtles are great, but yeah, the amphibious vehicles severely lacking in damage capabilities is how I would describe that. Cancelled? Yeah, cancelled. So if you guys want to send official complaints to the bar team, feel free. You can send them in at this is definitely not VDB's email at hotmail.com.
So yeah, at the top there we see X Factor going for a lot of grunts, but is currently being out-grunted, dare I say, by
Mm,
Razor, who is now dipping into a little bit of Rocketeer action. Rocketeer is really good at breaking up static defense versus static defense situations, as we had that happen last game.
yep,
And this particular area of Cold Place, usually you just
does
get
result.
commanders going at the front, building a couple of LTs, and then complete stalemate. So yeah.
It's me Saber saying go go XFAC men, and yeah, that Varunde, what you just said happens all the time, dude. He's like a celebrity. When he joins games, everything stops, and people just freak out. Personally fanboy over that. Um, when I see it, I stop and just like start taking my notepad out and I take down notes vigorously, trying to be as good as him. And then I try and pull it off myself, and I don't have the APM for it. Looks like
Guys, are
Razor is actually
I,
taking control of the north.
yeah, these mountains, bots can absolutely freely pass through them. Very, very nasty area of the map. It basically leaks all game long. It's
Mm-hmm.
almost impossible to lock that area down. It's about who's gonna leak more. Guys, I promise we are unbiased. We are fully unbiased. I promise. Okay.
Yeah. Except that Armada's
So
a
yeah.
lot better. VDB at NZ at Street at come visit at Hotmail. What I want to just point out with that mountain little chat you just had, I'm really surprised that Domino hasn't sent any raiding force against Lord Vita through the mountains, because Lord Vita is extremely susceptible to those mountain plays, as the vehicles, if I show the track mapping, have a struggle getting up these mountains, and in most places they can't actually get there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been following what's been going on in the south too much. I'm not even sure if Domino even knows that his opponent is on vehicles.
He does. He did a
Probably
raid
a scout
earlier.
here and there.
He did a raid earlier, but it
Gotcha.
got cleaned
Interesting.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, that is very, very perplexing then. Vehicles cannot go in the mountains.
Yeah,
Instead, he
a
just decides
ho.
to go for brute force.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just try and break through the front. Exactly, Aho. As soon as you get one of those pro players coming into a lobby, everybody follows. All of a sudden, you've turned a family-friendly, fun lobby into a sweaty lobby where it's like being in a sauna. Armada better
What can I say
confirmed.
except giggle?
Yeah, yeah. Not a whole lot happening, just the battle lines getting drawn. Looks like X Factor going for a two-pronged attack. He will take out the LLT on the low ground and break through. This is going to be a bit annoying for Razor. He's going to have to defend. Yeah, he is splitting his army now. He's going to lose, excuse me, a few mixes, and then he is going to have to defend this raid from the corner at the same time. Very scary. Hard
Yeah,
to micro these things at the same time. It's even hard just to catch them with the
yeah,
spectator.
double pronged attacks.
Yeah, dude.
Extremely effective, both at destroying mexes and destroying our attention spans as
Mm-hmm.
casters. We can't really catch them.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm
Um,
not playing. If I had ankles as a commander, they would get broken from these types of plays.
well said.
Great defense from Razor. He does lose all his forward expanding mixes, and his commander's a little bit AFK. He's using all five of his brain cells trying to defend these attacks, and X Factor's just getting a slight upper hand here.
Yeah,
I,
I mean, slowly, all of this just unstoppable pressure just gets to you. You can't plug all of the holes, all of the leaks, and you slowly lose metal extractors. And the more eco you lose, the more
the more you fall
units
behind.
are gonna start coming.
Yeah, here comes
Exactly.
the
It's
flood from
just
X Factor. Look at this production. That is a conga line that you do not want to be a part of unless you're on his
it
team.
raises
There goes
commander.
Razor's commander. Yeah, boom. And on the south side,
Yeah.
Shurikens come out for Domino to stun the Janus. Perfectly timed as those Januses come out. That is ridiculous. And I think that is just crazy, dude. Lord Vita's going to be able to defend this, but they are in a sticky situation, man. Whoa. That was perfectly timed from Domino, man. Absolutely perfectly timed. And we're at that 7 minute mark, so you would be expecting a transition, which we haven't actually seen those timings today at all, really.
Yeah, well, I think that's we have code plays to blame for this quick transition because the map just naturally develops into this frontliney, stalemate meta, I guess you could say,
Yep.
because the lake in the middle just takes up so much
Space.
space.
Yeah, Lord Vita's going to be very, very hard pressed by these bombers coming. It's not looking great for the red team here. X Factor breaking through like an absolute flood. But at the same time, Varunda is asking for insights on how X Factor trains. We were talking about this earlier. We'd love to just be a fly on the wall in their training sessions and see how they work together. I'd really like to see how they come up with their strategies. Do they play against higher OS players or do they just jump into a random lobby and just try and hash stuff out as they go along? Do you know what
Yeah, I
Soupy
mean, I
Mix
think
is? Sorry, carry on.
what a callback to earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I think this just comes off as a second nature to these guys. It's just years of experience. Most of this is probably not even discussed. As you said earlier, they probably grunt in agreement or denial.
Yeah.
Um, it's probably the training sessions, if they even exist, which I doubt,
Yeah.
um, would not be as insightful as we hope. I think they just kind of
Just
do it. They just
play.
kind of show up and do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they just play and just refine it as they go along. I think all these very high level players, like the guys all in the top 10, top 20, have their own private Discord where they organize scrims. Um, which those games are quite crazy, but we don't really ever get to watch them in the public because they're normally locked lobbies to stop spec cheating. Um,
Now we see 16 bombers from Domino trying to snipe Lord Vito's commander, which is the last
oh, he's
commander
gonna
alive,
get
and they
it!
are going to succeed. Yeah,
He's
and this
only
is game
gone and
over.
done it, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom.
First game. Was that the first match? It was. That was great.
Yep.
Great end there
Pop
from
goes the
Domino.
Weasel.
And Domino is
Ec-
flying his commander around getting ready for a com bomb if that failed.
yeah, that's
That's
absolutely spectacular.
amazing.
Let's
Alright.
see
Jump across
if we.
or
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we're gonna catch these other guys, which is DME and Master Bell. DME boys versus Master Bell and Neb in a 7 minute game on Onyx Cauldron.
is that the first game? Or the second game?
This ought to be the first game.
Cool. Wait. What am I doing here? There it is. All right, let's catch the end of this one, and then we can watch the start of the second one. One of them's carrot soup, the other one depends on incoming tawny. So it's always carrot soup? Is that for his eyesight, is it?
Oh, you gotta catch those leaks.
Carrot soup and
Just as we.
cocaine soup or something.
Oh my God. Okay. Just as we pop into this match, I don't know if VDB has managed to
Yeah,
log
I'm
in
in.
yet, but
I'm in.
yeah, perfect. We just see Flying Duck with a few incisors completely inside Masterbell's base. All of the economy, all of the mexes go down. Are we gonna see the BP go down? Because this is gonna be the really devastating blow. It's
Yeah.
yeah, there we go. Masterbell is not gonna be able to fight back anymore if they can't build any more units.
Yeah,
It,
that's rough. Huge
this
amount
is
of metal
devastating
there,
damage.
but that is devastating. Exactly.
If we look over at the graphs, they tell a very convincing story.
hmm It looks like a very one-sided battle at this point in time, and the blue team has access to vehicles, which trade very well with bots, um, if you play them correctly. But it looks like they are doing great economical damage, managing to slip by. I didn't see how he actually got into the base. Did he come through
Yeah,
this area, or did you not catch it either?
I didn't catch it there. We just joined as they were in. But Masterboss Commander, it looks like he's about to go down to a bunch of brutes. No energy to do to D-gun because his base entirely went down.
hmm
And there you go. He goes down. This
There we
game
go.
is looking very, very green for the red team already.
Yeah. So we'll be jumping into the next match very soon. I yeah, should be good. Didn't quite catch the bans and picks. If I go to the lobby, no, it doesn't show me their bans and picks, but that's fine. So it'll be a
Yeah, we gotta
surprise.
ask him after the game.
It'll be a little surprise. We'll
It
just
was a
have it as a
surprise.
surprise, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, we just see them put on shallow straits or
Yeah,
or avalanche.
that'll
It's
be
gonna be a
nice.
nice treat.
I actually downloaded that game that we missed. I've already forgotten what map it was on. Um, God, it was the Neb map. Was it Shallow Straits? Is that the one we missed? Let me have a
Yes, we
look.
missed the game on shallow straits. Yeah.
Yes, so I actually, if I go to my downloads, yes, Shallow Straits. I downloaded that game on Shallow Straits. So maybe once we finish the final match tonight, we could do a special bonus match, and we'll watch that Shallow Straits round.
That would be an absolute treat. Yeah.
Yeah. So hang around afterwards, guys, and we'll chuck that on for you. This is looking great for the blue team. Neb doing a good job of defending. Would like to see some of these rare spots that are hanging around. Yep, here they come. They will come and start reviving. And once they start getting access to these brutes, I think they'll have a bit more stopping power. But the blue team has map control. There's another raid coming out of Flying Duck to finish off Master Bell. Kick him while he's down. That is rough. Let's get a nice little angle of these brutes coming up over this hill to finish him off. And we'll watch this come in. They are going to
Yeah,
pick up
Flying
the
Duck
construction bot.
coming up to take the last crumb, which was just the lab left out of his last raid.
Oh, and there it goes. I think he self-D'd. I didn't quite see if he did, but I assume he
Yeah,
did.
there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Master Bro did self D. I'm actually not sure if that was worth it because that just. I mean, I guess yeah, it doesn't leave a wreck behind to be reclaimed.
But the wreck is on
Oh,
their
this is
side of
looking
the
very
map.
very rough. Very very rough.
Yeah, those red spots will all go down. The commander not quite being able to D-gun all of the brutes at once. Here we go. Good shot for a D-gun here. Doesn't quite get them. Brutes very good at microing against commanders if you're good. And there's the last commander gone. No, he lives.
8%.
That's
No,
crazy.
they're
He's
gonna
going to
come
die
back
in a
around.
second. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very bad at microing against commanders with brutes and oh god, what are they called? Stouts. But when people are good at it, it is so scary, dude. There he goes.
Oh my god. Guys, it's worth to note that you don't see the health bar of the opponent's commander when you're in game. Only we as spectators see it. So Raxo here controlling the brutes, he has no idea how low the commander is. He just has a general idea.
Yeah,
So yeah.
once you play the game a lot, you sort of understand roughly. You also they look damaged. I'm pretty sure. If you look at the units and commanders, you can see the damage on them.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
they do get damaged, but that just gives you like a general idea, yeah.
yeah.
And what a nice surprise. We actually see Avalanche put on
Yes.
next.
Let's go. Let me just quit the match. Check it out, team Avalanche. I won't change our thing because, as you guys said earlier, the stinger I've got has a bit of a sound glitch. Um, but so yeah, we'll just wait here in the lobby so you guys can see the teams chatting to each other. What's
Yeah,
been?
this is great.
Do you guys have a favorite match that you've seen so far today? Any specific ones through your back? What's been your favorite match today, mate?
Oh, very tough. And until I see that shallow straights game, I'm not gonna give an answer.
You're not going to give an answer? Yeah, it could be the Shallow Straits. We could have missed the best match ever. This here is going to be a contender for greatest match or worst match. We shall see. I saw in the it wasn't the Bar Pro League. It must have been a fight night. Every time Avalanche got picked, the players would just walk. One player at least would just walk straight to the opposite side, just to throw the game because people do not like playing this match in 1v1s apparently. So hopefully we don't see something like that here and we see an actual attempt at a battle. But there's going to be a very low income fight. So we're going to be looking at bot openers for sure for the reclaim and because bots are so cheap. And probably communism, co-oping. I should probably stop
Yeah.
calling it communism.
Yeah. Interesting thing about Avalanche, very low on metal income. Even if you're just a one player, you basically start with a 6.0 and don't really get much better than that. Like you start fighting at around 14 metal per second, which is lower than most maps. Now with two players having to share all of that, extremely poor conditions in terms of metal. However, there's a lot of energy in terms of reclaim and a
Yep.
geo.
And I just want to
Um,
point out here, Nip drew a box to say this is where the factory's going, and then he didn't even put it. He drew the box and he still missed. Oh, yo, they're going for two. Oh no, okay, so they're going vehicles. Okay, interesting. Very interesting opener for the red team.
Yeah,
Risk.
vehicles. We'll see if obviously vehicles are a little bit stronger, trade a little bit more efficiently into bots, but they have lower maneuverability and they cost way more metal. This is definitely a huge gamble.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure, dude. They can always use a construction vehicle to reclaim those trees. But yeah, very risky considering how metal poor this map is. You can see that the blue team's going for a bot opener, not co-oping it really at all. Um, Although Raxel sharing across all those things to Flying Duck does clean up that scout, so no scouting information for the red team yet. But the blue team has more scouting information. They know that they are going up against vehicles by seeing that scout. And you can check out Raxel's helmet. That is actually a Fight Night helmet if he turns around. When he turns around, let's see if we can get a good angle of him. That's a Fight Night helmet. So if you guys join Fight Night at the end of the year, the winners will be getting a helmet in this similar vein here. Um, so you can look forward to that. Does Flying Duck actually have one as well? Flying Duck has one as well, but a different Fight Night helmet. So yeah, join up, guys. You've still got time. You don't have to play every Fight Night. You don't even have to play every match. But if you join up, even the apprentices have a chance at a helmet. A single scout does get through while I am talking and does manage to pick off a mix. So quite a good pick off because metal poor map. Oh, he doesn't get the mix. No way. Too early. Jumped the gun.
so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, so close. Yeah, I the helmets are so cool. I actually didn't realize they had helmets. Yeah, these are amazing. There's a little gremlin on Raxel's head in a boxing grunt
Yeah.
on Flying Ducks. It's great. Yeah, we see Janice coming out now out of Master Bell's lab. Janice, very strong unit, especially in these low unit count situations. The counter to a Janice is kind of spamming it with a lot of cheap units like ticks and stuff.
Yep, there are no
Um,
ticks in the Cortex repertoire, but if you have enough grunts, you can overpower that Janus. I don't think two grunts. They are baiting the shots and moving out of the range, but of course that doesn't work every time. I think he'll one-shot that grunt. He will. And, oh, they're going for just pure Janus. I'm not sure about that. I think they need some sort of other units. But of course, Blitz versus grunts is never something that you want to be dealing with because Blitz trade with grunts very poorly.
Yeah, 100%. I actually really like the Janus play. Janus extremely strong, especially with commander repair. We gotta remember that repair is absolutely free. Doesn't matter if you have zero energy, zero metal, you can always repair indefinitely.
D-gun coming out though. He's
Um,
in D-gun range. Oh, poor micro for Master Bell
Ooh.
there.
Very devastating loss. Very, very
Mm.
devastating loss. A whole Janus like that in these poor conditions.
Yep. If you have 4 Janus, I'm pretty sure you can kill them with one commander with one volley if they all land perfectly. Or 2 volleys for sure will kill a commander. Also, with
Yeah.
vehicles, guys, you've got to remember the poor turning circle, just like your grandfather's truck back in the day, if anyone's old enough to remember before power steering. So what you want to do is you want to come in on an angle to a commander, especially with Januses. You do not want to come directly into a commander because you'll stop and turn around, and that'll give the commander time to degun you. So it looks like Rocketbot's coming out for Raxel now as well, and they will be very scary for Master Bell to deal with, especially if he's building artillery. I think artillery's a poor choice. It is great at static defense, but terrible at killing actual units.
Yeah, artillery just so slow at doing its damage. Basically, the only thing it has going for it is the range.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take forever. You usually want a good number of them to really um, get that static defense gone because with just one, whatever damage you do is just gonna get repaired over and over.
Yeah, I feel like artillery have their place, but you don't want to build them as a first unit. These beamers do outrange rockets unless things like this happen, where you can outrange the beamer with some cheeky play. I won't go too far into it because it's not technical, but I can't be bothered explaining it to you. The artillery actually driving off these units is kind of crazy, to be honest. I can't believe that's
Um,
actually
on,
working.
on the other side, we see Neb with 4 gifted Janus just pushing Flying Deck back. He doesn't
Hmm.
seem like he has the units. And earlier, oh my
Oh,
god, Flying Deck's command is gonna go down. Neb is gonna explode as
yes!
well. What a blunder from Neb!
Yep, that's a
Oh, that
donation.
is actually so bad.
And now
Neb did
Rexel's
not have a
moving
reason to
back.
sacrifice their commander.
Yeah, he didn't need to move his commander so deep. And now Rexel's going to take control of that reclaim field. And that's basically a throw. Mistake from Nib. Not sure if it was intentional having his commander there or if he just was trying to micro those Januses and forgot about the commander. Because that's something I do. Januses take quite a lot of micro. They are OP if you micro properly. But yeah, forgetting about the commander, huge blunder, and that's probably going to cost them the game. You can see the revive bots now coming in, getting that medal, and on such a medal poor map, 2 commander wreckages are just going to turn the game like crazy.
Yeah, this is an
Although
insane stimulus check.
4 Januses can snipe Raxel's commander if they play their cards correctly. He needs to bring them all in. Does he know his commander's there? He doesn't. If they spot their commander, they can
S-
still take it.
yeah, they're gonna need 2 volleys. Janus actually 6 Janus volleys is enough to kill a commander. 5 if one of the Janus has flanking damage. So these
That's
four
what I
will
was
have to do
thinking.
multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple volleys. One Janus goes down. Now we're down to 3.
Yeah, there is one
Um,
back at base. There's three back at base. A fourth coming out. But yeah, I don't think he knows
um,
exactly where the commander is, so he's not going to be able to get that snipe, which would have been amazing to see them do that. Um, Interesting to see what the blue
Such a
team's going to
shame.
do with those resources. I think they're just going to pump units. They are overflowing actually, which is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely overflowing. 2.5k metal on this map is an insane donation. Should be
Hmm.
more than enough that you need to close the game out. These Janus that were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place now go down one by one.
Yep.
Um,
This is Rexel's out of position here. I'm not a fan of where Rexel is. If Neb holds fire with his Janus and focus fires the commander, they can snipe him. They might actually be able to get the snipe off here if they play their cards right. The Janus in the back as well. Oh, Neb falling back. I think he should have just gone for it there. He has more than enough to snipe that commander. He can take the win. I think he's maybe just a little bit afraid. There you go. Master Bell now drawing the line. He needs to hold fire and focus fire on the commander to make sure none of those shots go onto the units and all of them go on the commander. And that would literally, if he just goes in, he will get the snipe. Whistler coming out for vision.
yeah, really good, really good. I like it. As you said, I just want to back that. The commander explosion right here would solve all of Red's problems because it would take all of the army as
Well,
well.
that's a win. That's
Um,
the commander dies, that's game over. That's what I mean. They need to go for the snipe and they win.
oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's 100% that
Yeah.
completely left my mind. Yeah, this commander dying is game over,
And
literally.
Rexel constantly out of position. Like, I think he should just hold. So if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, if you hold fire by clicking this, changing it from free fire, they won't fire unless you tell them to. And then you can use this cheeky little yellow box and it will focus fire. So whenever you come into range of the commander, they will just shoot at the commander. And that, with as many Jarnuses that are here, that's an instant win. Can't wait for Neb to end up playing with X Factor. You know for a fact that if you get 70 plus APM, X Factor can smell it and will come and poach you. He's like a shark. Yeah. I think they've left. They're missing their window. The window is closing for that comm snipe, and as these thugs roll in, I think they're gonna go for a comm snipe of their own. They are. They've spotted Master Bell, and they're gonna come and comm snipe him. So that window is closing very quickly for the red team to snipe Raxel.
Yeah, absolutely. That 2.5k medal advantage, now very very obvious in the amount of grunts that are closing in. Um, is it looks like, oh no, what is going on here? Master Bell, com versus com.
He might
Last
take the
commander versus
win.
last commander.
If he stays out of range of those thugs, he might get the win. He just has to dodge rockets at the same
Oh
time.
my god.
Oh, is he actually going to take it? Master Bell, go
No,
in.
Master Bell.
Oh, the Janus! The Janus!
Janus shot-
Ah! Yes! I think I just woke my wife up, but
No.
that's fine.
I can't believe what we're seeing.
No way.
This is just, what a turnaround. He says, fine, I'm just gonna do it myself. And then walks his commander, focus firing, and then with the Janus shot to finish it off. I have no words. What
That
a fumble
was-
from the blue team
That was
after
clutch.
2.5k medal donation.
Yeah,
Oh my
Raxel
god.
so out of position there. I think he thought he could have his commander there as backup to repair and degun, but if you're up against Janus, I wouldn't want any of that smoke. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well played.
Yeah, that is insane. It actually looks like X Factor and Domino versus the pro guys. Their second game has already been over because they are actually offline. There is no lobby anymore.
Oh, they are done. Okay.
So,
Thank you for the
we
subscribe,
missed the game.
Peshka TLT. Thank you. Welcome to the team, brother. What a game indeed, Hassan FIFA. Hassan FIFA? Cinema, exactly.
Cinema. I absolutely agree. This
Yeah.
was cinema. I'm glad somebody said it.
And this
Wow,
they're
what a
getting ready
game.
for the third match. So while they do that, I will bring up the map pool so you guys can see, just in case you were wondering. And I'm gonna go grab a drink of water. I'll be right back while we wait for these guys.
Perfect, yeah.
Keep chat entertained, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, wow, what a night today. Great games, great upsets. It's these guys just always just deliver an absolute entertainment. We've on one side we've seen absolute unrelentless pressure from X Factor, and the other side we've just seen absolutely wacky strategies and insane executions from the other teams. It's been a great night. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. For the final map, it looks like we're going to Heartbreak Hill. Last time, let's see, when was the last time both of these teams were on Heartbreak Hill? I believe Raxo and Flying Duck, the last time they were on Heartbreak Hill was versus X Factor and Domino. It was the game where X Factor and Domino co-opted one lab, and it was a very, very close victory as the DME boys managed to sneak in Domino's base and destroy a bunch of eco. On the other side, Masterbell and Neb's last time on this map was when we saw the 20 bombers killing the fusion reactor to end the game. If you guys remember that, it was the game where Neb was on the south side just battling out 1v1 versus Lord Vader and winning with the rocket bot switch. And yeah, it looks like the game is going to start. VDB didn't actually is not on the overlay right now, so you can't see, but the game is starting. I'll let you know. Aho12 in the chat asks, for the apprentice tourney, is there a big lobster and a few goons along with your team, or just noobs? So the way the apprentice tourney works is you can only apply if you are 30 OS or below in 1v1. I'm pretty sure there's like some sub rules for your overall
Yep. So
OS.
the way it works is below 30, an all-time high of 35. But you know, Neb has the final say. So like, if like me, I think I'm over 35. But Like if you're 34 but you're constantly 34, he probably won't let you in. But if you hit 34 but you've only just got there, he'll probably let you in. So there's a bit of nuance to it, but it's roughly all you got to remember is under 30. Oh yes, of
Yeah, and the
course.
apprentice tournament is a 1v1 tournament, so we're just gonna
Hmm.
see macho macho
Yeah.
battles, no teams.
Same map pool currently. I'm not sure if the map pool's going to change. Maybe after 6 months or a few months it'll change. But for now, it's the exact same map pool as all the other leagues. Do you
Oh
want to
my God, Varunda just keeps coming out with these absolute zingers.
absolute bangers? I'm not sure how lore accurate it is. It's very lore accurate. Not sure how actually accurate it all is.
It's just great, like the effort you've put in some of these paragraphs has been absolutely amazing.
Aho, if Aho, you no coaching like old times? No, the Apprentice League specifically have coaches. So people are taking on apprentices as their little Pokemon. Like Neb has a guy. I can't remember who his guy is. But if you want coaching for 1v1s and you join the Apprentice League, you can apply for coaching from people. It's all free, of course, so feel free to do that. If you guys are new, I highly recommend joining the Apprentice League and learning the game from some pro players.
Are there team noob tournaments as Pashka at TOT? I'm afraid that for the moment we don't have skill brackets in the team tournaments. We just have the Sapphire and the Ruby League, which are time zone based, but not actually, there aren't any OS restrictions. But I'm sure if there's enough demand, we can cook something up.
We can cook something up, yeah.
Um,
But so the other one, so what's the Sapphire? The Ruby League had a lot more turnout, had a lot more teams, and there was a bunch of noobs in that one. So feel free to just jump in, guys. It doesn't matter if you lose or not. We get wrecked every single
yeah, it was just
match.
great fun.
Are you talking about in 1v1 synth or are you talking about these 2v2s? Because if a lot of people sign up, you won't end up fighting against these guys. These guys will end up fighting themselves and you'll fight other noobs. You just got to get more people signing up and we can get some more noob friendly games going on these fight nights. Maybe Nib could chuck in like a noob friendly fight night one night specifically for the 2v2s. But anyway, we haven't
Yeah.
talked about this match yet at all. Nib starting on that cliff once again, doing the exact same play as last time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Master Bell doing the same as last time, also starting in the same position. Flying Duck and Raxel starting the same way that Team Pro did on this map, and the exact same layout as well, which is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing Neb and Master Bell doing the exact same thing they're doing last time. Um, I'm gonna make a bold prediction and give this one to the DME boys from the start. I know we haven't done predictions so far, but I feel like they just did spectacularly last time they were on this map. They also wiped out the pro team on this map. Their only loss was to the X Factor team, and they came pretty close to getting that one home. So I'm gonna say that this is kind of like their home turf, probably their best map.
Yeah,
Going for the balanced start, commanders on each side, labs on each side.
great
I
radar
expect that we'll just
placement.
see, yeah,
I,
I
I,
expect that we'll just see an early tug aggression in possibly a macro victory.
yeah, I would like to see the DME boys bring one definitively home. Be quite nice. This is the third match, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the winner takes all. Since when can Com not walk through Core Bot Lab? Oh, yo! Alright, you heard it here first, because I only just learned this. They've
Yeah,
changed
me
it so
too.
you can't walk through the Core Lab anymore.
Yeah. Huge win for us Armada fanboys.
Yeah, yeah, I am happy with that. And I know personally, me Saber, the guy who was in the chat earlier, was toying around with having the Cortex Bot Lab as a gate in a wall because it's very healthy. And if you have walls either side, it stops your enemies but allows your allies. And that is definitely going to be off the table now. No, no more further testing needed.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just read Varunda's
The
next
thingy. Nice. I don't have the time to
absolute
read it, but
real scenario.
I'll screen back through that when I get the chance.
Yeah, it's honestly amazing. I don't know what to say. I really like Neb's approach to co-op. He starts out co-op and then just builds a forward lab.
Mm-hmm.
I'm someone who respects the forward lab a lot. I really, really
Yep.
like building your lab and forward, because a lot of the units in this game are pretty slow.
Slow, yeah. The thing I don't like about the Ford lab is I always lose my Ford lab. Maybe I just gotta get better.
Oh,
So Venom, did you join this? Did you join the Sapphire League today? You must have dropped out very early because we didn't even catch your first game. Bot lab will no more.
bot lab
Yeah,
will no more.
sad, very sad. So it looks like Flying Duck is expanding quite quickly. The Eco tab is showing a slight favoring towards the blue team. And I think that's just because of the start placement of Neb, maybe? Not sure, because he doesn't really have anywhere to expand to starting here, which is probably the most significant downfall of starting in that position and not getting a bot lab at the back.
Yeah, absolutely. You trade off the early safety you get from the fact that you're in the corner and you don't have to worry about so many angles of attack.
Mm-hmm.
But in return, you get a very significant con, not having anywhere to expand and not being close to a lot of mexes. I think we're going to see the blue team pull up in economy. I mean, we're already seeing it. It's a 30% difference. Yeah,
Oh, you're
small
Pro
things like that
Razor.
really weigh in.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I completely forgot that I know who you are. You guys didn't get stomped, bro. You had a great showing today. As always, the Team Pro guys are, as their name depicts, pros. It's just a bit of bad luck that you lost. You guys are high OS, so you know you wouldn't even be able to join a noob a noob tournament. Massive damage from Raxel here, and I think your early prediction is maybe coming true now. Like you said, Neb is very well protected by starting here, but Master Bell is super open to attack, and Neb can't expand to get that economy going. So I'm not a massive fan of the start that Neb does here. It's very protective. It will probably work pretty well in a 1v1, depending on the situation, but I think for the 2v2, unless Master Bell starts on the opposite ridge, you're playing at a slight disadvantage. But Neb is pushing very, very heartily on this southern ridge once again, so maybe he'll be able to bring this back by taking out Raxel.
Yeah, we gotta keep a lookout on that because that's the gamble that they're waiting to pay off. That's the gamble you take by spawning in the corner, being safe from the start, being able to build your lab and push out thugs and just push in a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Because Neb doesn't have that much space to control, he can just afford to go thugs and not the cheaper but faster units.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's the gamble they take. They're basically saying, okay, if I go here, build thugs and go forward, maybe we can win. As long as Master Bell can hold off the entire rest of the map. But it
Yep.
doesn't look like it's going to be very successful. Raxel successfully reads the situation, goes into a bunch of Rocketeers, which counter the thugs,
Yep.
and it looks like it's
Unless
going to go into a
those
stalemate.
unless those thugs get to a critical mass, which will take a little while to considering the middle poorness of Neb. I think Raxel's in a pretty safe position. I would really like to see. This is the second time we've watched this map, and Team Neb and Master Bell, Neb Bell, um, open this exact opener, and the blue team isn't really putting the significant pressure on the northern side of the map again. I think if Flying Duck was pumping units out as fast as Raxel is, which I think he is, but he's sharing them to Raxel and going through the north side, it would split Master Bell's army in half, and he would be very, very hard pressed to defend against that sort of play.
Yeah, absolutely. Master Bell has to basically defend the entire rest of the map, while Neb only has to answer for that strip of land on the south. So huge pressure on Master Bell to defend. And yeah, I would absolutely love Blue Team recognizing that, reading the situation, and cranking on the pressure to see if Master Bell will crumble.
Yeah, looks like Neb is now coming in to help defend. Great play by Neb getting these grunts out, pawns out, sorry, grunts. And that's really going to help. And that's a huge medal donation for Nibble. Flying Duck pushing on the north side is going to take control of that entire northern thing. So Neb needs to break this siege from Raxel soon, or they're going to be in a bad situation. But they do have a giant army coming through the center, which is going to put pressure onto both Flying Duck and Raxel at the same time. I think Neb and Master Bell are playing this match pretty well. Just the northern side is lacking defenses, which the Team DME are struggling to take advantage of. I think maybe they just don't know about it, or they're too busy focusing on the southern side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess only time will tell, but really really scary attack in the middle. A lot of tier 1 units. We have like 36, I think. Um, grunts and pawns, a combination.
And a commander.
They really need to make it work because they are losing the south from all of the rocket bots. Really need to make it work, but now we got so many maces or thugs coming out to defend. Yeah, I don't see this being successful. I'm gonna be absolutely honest.
What team are you talking about? Because you could be talking about either side at the moment here.
I am
Who?
talking about Red's attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to pull this through, and they are on a timer because they are losing the south pretty significantly.
yeah. They I mean, oh, this tech is going to be able to do some damage. There's a few LLTs up. I would like to see maybe one more Panic LLT, but it looks like they're not even going to need it. They really didn't commit heavily enough to picking a side, and they sort of bounced back and forth between green and blue's base and whittled down their unit count too much. And that is basically that attack cleaned up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think it would have been a little bit better if they just decided to all go through Raxo's base. Yes, it
Hmm.
does have 3 LLTs there, but there are no thugs coming out, so that was probably a better shot.
Yeah.
And now the South is winning for the blue team.
There goes
Master
Master
Bell's
Bale's
commander is
commander.
about to blow.
Yeah.
The the
Ooh.
economic parameters are telling an absolutely complete story, and this is looking very, very rough for the red team. They're going to need a miracle to pull this game back. Probably an air transition bombing in the entirety of green space or something along the sort.
Yeah, I think the main issue with Neb's play here, this opener, is it does draw a lot of attention on the southern side, but it really, really locks him into not controlling that northern side of the map at all, and it puts a lot of pressure on Master Bell to a lot of APM issues into him trying to expand and defend such a large area all by himself. And all the player that's going up against Neb has to do is try and contain him, and then it frees up all this space for his teammate and himself to do what they will.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very, very risky gamble, putting so much, I guess, manpower on that south strip, and they didn't even end up winning it. They're actually, dare I say, losing the south strip.
Yeah,
It's a
slowly.
stalemate for the moment, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we saw this last time. Nib has a very strong defensive position. I would like to see him transition to rocket bots, which he's doing now. I would have liked to have seen that a bit earlier. This is an amazing defensive position, but it just doesn't have any aggressive capabilities until you completely break your opponent. And it just like I feel like it's suboptimal. What's up, Volkshock? Nice to see you, dude. There's another fight night coming up in roughly 11 hours, dude, as well. It's good to have you here, man. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so that's a giant army out of Flying Duck. And Flying Duck also, I just want to draw your attention to this corner, getting anti-air to stop the Banshee snipe. I think I think there's obviously not going to be Banshees unless Neb builds them, but I think I've scared all the DME guys into getting anti-air when their commanders are in such vulnerable positions like this.
Absolutely. Today is Banshee Snipe Awareness Day.
Yeah. Tell your friends,
We're
tell your
seeing
family.
early. Exactly.
I'm actually
Oh
really
my god,
surprised
we
I haven't
actually
seen.
see
Carry on.
2 air lamps from the blue team. Both
Oh,
players
two.
transition into an air lamp. One's making the fighters, the other's making the bombers.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would like to see, as I said, a Banshee Snipe, but they're both Cortex. There's only so much you can do as a Cortex, and they are transitioning to T2. I think it's a bit of a misplay from Flying Duck. I think they have enough capability to win with the Air Lab and the T1 bots. I think T2 is just maybe biting off more than you can chew. They have the metal production, just not the energy production. I'd like to see them get that eco scaling a bit more before they transition like that.
Yeah,
Or,
100%.
or,
Yeah,
or at least
I'm
pull
pretty
off
sure
the
they're just.
airplay.
Yeah, 100%. You need so much energy for an airplay in T2 at the same time. Would be too cumbersome. I'm pretty sure they're doing it just because they didn't really get a chance to. At least I don't think so. To really go T2 in any of the games today.
Yeah, fair enough. They just wanna get that out there. Looks like Neb has defended this position successfully again. He's very strong in that position, giving me ideas about one versus ones. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off as good as him. And Raxel does draw him out of the protective area of the beamers and the con turrets and cleans that army up. That is a great play by Raxel there. Meanwhile, Flying Duck
That is,
pushing him with thugs. Those thugs are going to get cleaned up. I would like to see Rexel actually dropping like solars or something with his commander because he's got so much metal. He does have the energy production he needs now, and he's got T2 pumping out. I haven't seen the bombers. Oh, they're just chilling. They're just chilling.
they're just amassing in numbers. We gotta remember that Raxo got this upset over Neb while at the same time mainly making airplanes. So
Yeah.
the game's going great for the blue team. Yeah.
Rexel's commander almost goes down, and Neb has once again successfully defended. Rexel had a great play and then lost it. I mean, the defender's advantage is real. That's a lot of beamers. Um, Flamers now coming out for Rexel. I am not a huge fan of Flamers. Pro players seem to love them. I'm not a big fan, but we'll see if these Flamers can get any significant damage done. Rexel's commander is going to have to be very careful. And there's a Ford Lab now coming up for Flying Duck. And he is on
Yep.
top of the ramp. So this ramp is traversable by bots. And that's going to put Master Bell in a sticky situation. Here come the bombers onto Neb's unbreakable position. Unbreakable from the ground, of course. And they will get decent damage. Not huge. We were just talking about that GG. Yeah, that is the game over. Not enough AA out. There goes Rexel's commander, taking a chunk of army with him. You're going to bed? Alright, bro. It was nice to see you today, Razor. Have a good night, bro. Make sure you wake up in at least 10 hours so you can catch the Apprentice League, and maybe you could learn a thing or two. Seeing as you've been having such a bad day, maybe the apprentices could teach you teach you how to play.
So the game's still going. The bombing run did entirely delete Master Bell's base. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna send a few more messages back and forth before calling it. It looks like it is pretty over. I would like to bring everybody's attention to the fact that Flying Duck has 17 thistles protecting his commander
Yeah,
from a possible Banshee snipe.
he even
I
called
mean,
it
the
in
fear,
chat. Yeah.
yeah, the fear is just insane from that strategy. We got VDB to thank.
Neb's got 3 letters in his name, but he ain't no VDB. I've been, for anyone who doesn't know, I've been terrorizing the DME guys with Banshee snipes all week. How do you have the bombers bombing a wall like that? Let me show you. So if I highlight these bombers, right, you right click and drag, see? So it's the same as moving units, and you can push A to attack and move them in a line like that. You didn't practice except for Randy telling you what to do. I mean, that's a pretty good strategy, to be honest. Just have Randy tell you what to do. For anyone that doesn't know, Randy is one of the top players. He's like X Factor for Team Pro, and that's GG.
It looks like Neb's commander is trying to get killed, but he keeps missing where the army is.
Nice. I think there might be a rule against self-dealing your commander last. Just in bar in general, it's like frowned upon to self-D yourself if you're the last commander. It is a bannable offense, I think. But I don't think anyone would report him for it, to be honest. But he will fight to the end. Anyway, this is just bedlam. So the T2 lab does come up for Clan DME, and they do take the win. With the airplay is basically what ended it there, but quite a few different factors as well. And there's the GG DME 2-1, I think that was, right?
Yeah, 2-1. DME take this one home. And
MVP, mate.
and
We
yeah,
got to
what are
do
they?
it. We got to do it. MVP.
MVP? Oh, damn.
I know it's
I
hard.
gotta give it to Raxo.
You're giving it to Rexel?
Raxo, I'm gonna say.
Pushing,
Yeah, because
pushing hard.
he held, but he held Neb's, dare I say, all in, because Neb put all of his resources in army value into pushing south. Raxo defended and was winning while building planes.
True.
Very, very amazing.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I'll give it to Rexel too. I was leaning towards Flying Duck just because of his map control and building the thistles. Great play, love to see it. But yeah, I think I have to agree. Rexel gets the MVP there. Is that our last match? Was that the last match?
Yes, I believe so. Fight night is officially
It is
over.
officially over. Let's check the
Um,
standings. So you can
yeah,
see here that wait, let me open it up in my browser. Dominaticus Prime won 4 of their games. Wait, right? Yeah, 4 of their games. So great job, DME. 4 games out of 6. Domino X Factor Live won all 6 of their games. Hashtag OP. And Master Neville won 3 of their games. So pretty even fight night. Pretty even. Between top
yeah,
and
yeah.
bottom place was only 3 matches. Crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's
I
the.
I think it's worth to mention that X Factor and Domino did not even lose a single game,
Yeah.
um, let alone round. Yeah, it was
Yep.
it's insane.
Crazy.
Untouchables.
Okay, so that's it for Fight Night tonight, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna post our Twitches, our separate Twitch, me and Slick. Hold on, I've got a message from Neb. What chat are you in?
I believe we have
Private
a
chat.
a shallow straight game
Yep, we are.
to
So
watch.
so hang around if you guys want to watch the Shallow Straight game. Officially it's ended, but we're gonna keep going anyway. They can't stop us. I'm just gonna get Neb in the call, I think, because he wants to chat to us. Jump in. You're in the Fight Night, right?
Yeah.
Yep, jump into the fight night chat that I'm making now, and we'll have a chat to Neb. All right. While we wait for them to join, I will chuck this into the Neb real quick.
Hello there.
We in fight night chat. Come. Hello, hello. I'm gonna put our Twitch streams up while we're waiting. What do I have up on the OBS? Nothing. Let me change that back to the couch. Awesome. So we're back here, and let me just chuck our streams up for you guys. I just gotta make my way back to the Beyond All Reason official channel. Um, where am I? Oh my god. There we are, and it's muted. Good. Go to our chat, and oh god, what have I done? There it is. Okay, team, here's our official Twitches if you guys want to join us, and that is not a great layout that I've done there. But anyway, there it is for yous. If you guys want to check us out, we will be jumping into a bonus round to watch in a second. I'm just going to wait to see if Neb's coming. Oh,
Neb
there,
Hello,
is
there he
here.
I'm
is.
here.
Perfect timing, dude.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna go through, so you can't give anything away because I think it was you guys who were playing it. We're gonna go and do a bonus round and watch the Shallow Straight game that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Watch the what game?
Shallow Straight.
Of who?
I thought it was you guys, but maybe it's someone else.
Oh,
No.
like a game that you didn't get?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a Neb game.
I'm certain of it. But that's all right. If he doesn't remember, he can't give anything away. Great games today, dudes.
Dave, I'll
Great
pass
games.
it with you. I'll pass it with you. Are you gonna share your screen or something, or how are we gonna watch it?
Yep, I'll share my screen. We were all just sort of spectating at the same time, but I'll share my screen. I'm gonna go toilet real quick.
Oh,
I've what?
yeah. There's not really a stream delay, right? So we can just watch on the stream.
There is a stream delay. It's
Oh,
whatever it is, like a minute or something like that. Because I'm just not sure with Fight Night. I think we could probably do away with the stream delay because people can join as spectator anyway. So, but I mean, maybe not because for spec cheating. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'll go toilet really quick and then I'll share my screen, or we can all jump into the spec. Oh no, we can't because it's yeah. So I'll have to share my screen. Okay. Yep. Keep chat busy because we're still streaming. So you guys
Alright.
have fun, and I'll be right back.
Master Belknap versus Pro Game 1. That was horrible.
Well,
We
we're about
lost
to
so
see.
hard. What?
Well, we're about to see.
I thought you guys were. I thought you guys casted that game.
Did we? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. How were the other games?
Oh, today was absolutely great. We had so many silly games. We had so many serious games. We had
Yeah.
T2 games, air games.
dude, X Factor Domino, like their team didn't drop a single game. DME
Yeah,
did pretty good too to get a second.
yeah, absolutely. Um, how do you feel? How do you feel about the games as a contender?
We went. Let's see, we played 2, 5. We played 8 games. We won 3 out of 8 of our games. So like, you it was fine. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but we definitely could have played a little better.
What do you think about the Avalanche game?
Uh, I don't. I That was kind of silly. It was fun, but like they just like walked in the middle and like what do you do about that? So
Yeah, very silly game.
yeah, we had some
Back
really
team.
silly games.
I'm back, and I've loaded up the game. But yeah, that Avalanche game was a very, very silly game.
Okay, let's see if hopefully your computer can handle streaming to both. I don't think it can.
Am I black screen? Why am I sharing a black screen? Hold on,
Yeah.
let me try this again. Because I think I was sharing the. Hold on. Um, Share what you're streaming. Hey, there we go. All right, we're in. I think it
Perfect,
can
perfect.
handle. My computer's fine. It's my internet that might be the problem. But if anybody has any trouble in the official stream, let me know. Um, let's go. So it looks like the blue team Team Pro will be spawning top right, and Team Nebal spawning bottom left. Bro, those Heartbreak Hill games were a watch. Like you, so strong at holding that position.
Really?
Yeah, like the holding that position is ridiculous. Like you're really good at it. I just think it economically puts you a little bit too far behind. Like you can't gain the map control that you need.
Yeah.
But you did break I think it was
Vador,
yeah,
yeah, that.
Vador, yeah. Broke him and destroyed his base. That was a great watch.
By the way, VDB, we are back to black screen, so it looks like you might have to stick
Damn.
this one out yourself. But
Damn.
we
I
believe in
mean,
you.
you could watch it in the damn. You could watch it in the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
with
guys
some
will be
delay,
a
that's fine.
little bit behind me. Well, you guys could load it up, and I could pause until you were up to where I am. But I mean, it's up to you guys.
No, that's so good. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. So, where am I? Let me just.
Oh
Uh,
damn, the stream is your Discord stream isn't up. That's okay.
yeah, the Discord
Let's
stream
see.
was black screen. I had to drop it. Can you check the official stream and make sure it still looks alright? Because maybe the Discord
Yeah, it looks
ruined it.
fine
Okay, thank God. Okay, let's go.
for now.
So,
What's the delay on this stream though?
it's like 30 seconds or something.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
too
I'll
bad.
just watch on the stream.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys going for classic openers, whereas Team Pro are going for communism. And Razor actually says, I thought you were going to bed, Razor. I think Razor just said that this is the dumbest game he's ever been in. So I'm actually interested in seeing what happens
Yeah,
here.
this game was really stupid.
Yeah, I was saying like we were sad that we missed watching a game on this map because this map always has wacky gameplay, no matter what like game
Dude, I
style you
didn't realize
watch.
they started like this. Are you
Yeah, Razor going
Razor?
for a slow walk up the hill. Okay, yeah, so yeah, you guys going co-op as well, but not in the same way that they are. I think your start is a bit stronger, except Razor has the opportunity to block. Yeah, indeed, he has an opportunity to block that access from you guys.
Damn. Yeah, I think we handled it well though. You'll see.
Yeah, I think co-oping a vehicle lab would be kind of OP in this because you get access to the amphibious vehicles, or maybe
And then yeah.
yeah, or maybe a shipyard would be kind of crazy. Let's see what you guys manage to pull off. You do get a grunt out, so he's going to come running straight into Razor in a second. He'll see you before you see him. But of course, yeah, he can tell that you guys aren't co-oping one single lab. Oh, he's gonna lock you guys in. Okay, so I'm assuming you're gonna go rocket bots or something. Let's see. Meanwhile, Lord Vita is getting drawn on by autopilot. Um, and
Do you have by the way, do you have smoothing on your camera?
for like this, for like zooming in and out.
That's like, yeah, yeah.
I did. I had where is it?
It's no
Yeah.
big deal. Never
So
mind.
is it too much smoothing or
Doesn't
not
matter.
enough?
Not enough.
Not enough. Okay, I had more, but when I play, I was getting real sick of it sliding around so
Yeah,
much.
you can't play with it. You have to
Yeah.
just switch it
I
back
need I
and
need
forth.
to set up some sort of automatic thing for
Okay.
casting and playing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are
Anyways,
going for
so
ships. Yeah, interesting. Someone just said
yeah,
ships are so expensive though. You feel like you'd have to hope they don't test your defenses. Yeah, but the ships are
yeah.
so strong, dude. Ships are so strong, especially on this map. Okay,
Oh,
double con
smoothness.
expansion.
That's probably good enough. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably just the way I move my camera around.
yeah.
Some people at the start of the stream, I was
um,
quite angled down. We're complaining about the angle, so I fixed it.
yeah. But so anyway, so here we're seeing like Razor has his commander there already. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Just walk our commander or walk my commander? So
Across,
Bell's telling me, yeah, just
yeah,
go under.
yeah. It's like you can either try
Cause
and
he hasn't
break this
even.
position, or you can try and walk to move to take the
Yeah.
same area as he's taking.
And we actually kind of have a big lead because he's just making LLTs and
Yeah, wasting
hasn't like
resources
taken
really.
X's or anything.
And now
Yeah,
the Riptide man, two Riptides easily enough to out DPS a commander and take out those LLTs. So all
yeah,
those resources are just dead and gone, and they can actually drive the commander off because they significantly outrange him. You will lose one of your
yeah,
Riptides to miss micro, but that's no massive deal.
yeah. Bell was telling me while we were playing this, he was just saying maybe a little felt a little rusty,
Yeah,
and I definitely was maybe
I
a little
I
out
could
of
see
my
on the
element.
Heartbreak Hill games he was the first one especially he was lagging behind a little bit at some points where he could have been making plays, but he I could feel him shaking
Yeah,
that rust off as he went along.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe he was focused on trying to make me not play badly. But damn, yeah, losing those Riptides to the LLTs is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that's a bit of a waste of resources. It happens. It happens. Oh, it looks like you guys are going to go for a battle, a little com bomb here, and then Master Bell's going to get the reclaim, which is quite great.
Yeah,
And then at the same time, he's got the Riptide coming through their base, but Lord Vita has indeed got himself a coastal, which will drive that off. A great defense there from Team Pro. Once they saw those ships come out, they got the coastals.
yeah. But
They've
we're
actually
still like,
get
oh
gone.
no, they're ahead now, I guess.
Yeah, they've actually shut down your ship play expertly, like Razor getting the coastal down here to stop the crossing of this front line,
Yeah,
and then at their base as well to stop the sniping of their base is amazing. But sending the destroyer up around that way is a huge play that's going to cut their crossing off. Yeah, very interesting. Fairly even. Like you guys getting the reclaim, even though you're behind on production, is it's not too bad because you got two commanders to reclaim.
yeah.
Huge.
But
Com
yeah,
walking to your
losing those
base.
chips is a bummer.
Yeah, losing the ships early. I
Yeah.
think you only lost one. Yeah,
This okay,
yeah.
this I'm just gonna yeah.
You talking about
This
the com
game
walk?
gets kind of stupid.
That always happens when com walking's involved, eh?
Yeah.
I love it. I love watching com walk games. Like Master Bell trying to com walk on Acidus Crack was very close to being game changing, and then he fell just short of getting the lab and stuff.
Yeah.
So Razor does get that. If you, yeah, it's hard when the commander's coming up out of the water because you can't shoot him with things like thugs and stuff. Oh, it does get the lab.
Yeah.
Oh no,
He is,
is
yeah.
he gonna get the ship yet lab as well? That's gonna be wild if he does.
Yeah. I'm 30
Oh,
seconds behind, but
oh, it's one of these games. Oh, it's one of these games.
Yeah. Yeah, right. 'Cause, what was his comment? Like, what percent is
Oh,
his
he's
calm?
still 67, dude. He's still sweet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's healthy, but I mean, he gets. I
Yeah.
thought Bell kind of pressured him with the frigates, but the thing is, the frigates have trouble shooting over that like
The
hill.
ridge. Yeah, he's hit him once
Yeah,
with a frigate. Besides that,
this is
nothing
so
yet.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, yo. Was this shurikens? I didn't even see. Was that a shuriken? Oh, it is. Yeah, so Lord Vita's got the shurikens. You are there repairing destroyers and stuff. Oh, bro, crazy work.
I probably should have made it like an LT or something. No, I don't even know.
Oh,
That's
what a
just so
map. Yeah,
annoying.
that's what I don't like playing this map, but watching it is always fun. Because it's just always something crazy
Yeah,
like this. There's always some stupid... like... And then you're dropping a bot
they're
lab at the
so
front.
far ahead. But then the thing is like their base is kind of exposed.
Yeah. Well, like, they're far ahead, but at the same time, like... Neither team has map control, and you have so much more army value. It's crazy.
And we just have more metal because we
I can see what's
Bell
good.
got both commanders.
Yeah,
So we're actually
true.
way ahead on metal produced.
Yeah.
Even though they're ahead on like income in like every metric.
No way he's getting an
Way ahead on
agitator.
both sides.
Yeah, so like those commanders early really brings you guys back into it. I think you've overcommitted into ships. It's gonna pay off for you guys because you can clear all this stuff. But I'm not sure what you could have committed into instead of ships, like maybe air of some sort. But even then, like, you guys are doing great here. Um, oh my god, this game, dude. And now Pro raises
Yeah.
Com walking towards more LLTs. He gets the D guns off, and he's gonna clear all this stuff as well. Oh, wild. Yeah, there should have been some ships left back at base or something to defend against that commander you knew was there.
Yeah, I was thinking these ships. But at the same time, the ships are killing their base completely right now. So
I wonder if Razor could have got the C lab or did he not see it? Well, the easy way to see it is there you go. They cannot see it. It is hidden from the radar and he
they
hasn't
didn't.
spotted
I
it.
was wondering about that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got kind of lucky there.
yeah. Um, what a game. So the agitator has gone down while we weren't looking. The destroyer is the last ship alive? Oh no, there they are. They're all going back to base now. Yeah, massive time waste with that. But it looks like you guys are set to win. He can just rebuild on your side of the map.
Yeah, he could have just been capturing my base instead of degunning it. Honestly,
Yeah,
you know
true.
what? Actually, like degunning it was kind of a misplay there.
Yeah,
There's
he was
no
probably
reason to
he
do
was
that.
probably worried about the ships you guys had, and he wanted to just clear it all as fast as possible. He was probably expecting to die or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I would have been very worried walking into the
Oh,
snake's nest.
do you know what else was happening in this game? You have spectator chat off, right?
Oh, I think I have it off at the moment. Let's have a gander. Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Yep.
because I was a little angry because we couldn't share with each other. We couldn't share units with each other at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was broken for us.
Oh.
So
Oh no, I had
I
spectator
lost
chat
those
on, but yeah. Carry on.
Yeah. No, for some reason, we both had the take next to our name. Like something just
Oh,
glitched out.
yep.
Like,
Yeah.
But it ended
That's
up
a
being
shame.
that we couldn't share with each other.
If they try capture, can't you self D? Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
but that's like the same outcome as if you
They,
capture, you might actually get some of the units. But
yeah.
what are you looking for?
What's up?
In
Oh,
the
you know
menu?
what I mean. All right, so it
Oh,
looks.
did you open the spectator chat when I was talking about it?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did. I wanted to see, and then I turned it off for some reason. So it looks like Lord
That's
Vita's
funny.
still working on his economy at the back here. He's probably going to be dropping a vehicle or a bot lab here to try and do what he can. I'm not quite sure. Razor's rebuilding on your side of the map. Oh, these games where you just swap sides and start again from the start.
It's,
Single
yeah,
running
it's
around, clearing
really
stuff.
dumb. But it was fun. It was a fun game. It was just the frustrating part was not being able to have units shared. So
Yeah, that does make it hard for you
basically,
guys.
yeah,
Especially you, because you've got nothing. So that's probably why you can't.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Um, Rays are a little bit slow on the coastal, but does still get it up. Has the commander here to repair it. I still can't pick who's going to win. It seems like you guys, but they have two fully functioning bases. I guess you kind of do, but you can't share.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
yeah,
those Vexes still belong to us in the middle.
yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna lose these, but I do have those LLTs.
yeah, yeah. The LLTs will put in work against these grunts. Probably protect this single mix for a little while.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, these matches become a little bit stale if no one breaks the stalemate, but it looks like Master Bell's going to go try snipe Razor's commander. I don't know if he'll be able to get him. Yeah, just going to get out of
Yeah.
range here, but he will clear the space that's being built. There is hovers coming. I'm not sure if hovers was the
Yeah.
right play, but
Yeah, I feel like this game went on for a pretty long time.
yeah, just chuck it into 2 times speed. It's turning into one of those matches where we're just waiting for someone to kill someone. I think you guys have won it. I'm gonna put my money on it. There's not a whole lot that they can do at this point. Master Bell's really. They've still got the middle lead, which is crazy. But I think, oh, there you go. You guys are just coming back into the middle lead now. But yeah,
It's just hard to kill his commander, like,
yeah, with nothing
'cause the
like.
ships are like holding, but I mean
Yeah.
the hover plays was pretty interesting. Those hovers are like chunky.
Yeah.
They have a lot of HP.
They just cost so much that like for the same price he could have. I don't know. I don't even know what you do because ships are so strong, dude. It'd be so hard to. He can't build ships, but if he built bots or vehicles, the ships could always kill him. So like, yeah, I'm not. They're sort of check, but not checkmate yet. Hover's looking to get any damage they can, but yeah, the ships are just sort of controlling the sea and blocking them in. Not a lot they can get done.
Yeah.
And Master Bell's doing a great job of containing Lord Vita to stop him from clearing his actual eco, which is just all over the map. Yeah, one of these games. If the oh no, that's someone saying said a while ago. Yeah, okay. This would have been a funny one to cast, but not the most interesting
Yeah,
match
I mean,
that we're seeing today.
we can finish it on normal speed. It doesn't go on too much longer after this, because the thing is, once they lose if they lose the hovers, then they just don't have anything. They're kind of cornered, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
The
and it's
hovers
just
are
a commander
good,
by
but
himself.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, what can you do when you guys own 90% of the map, maybe even 95? Not a lot.
yeah,
There's no way for them to break out. You guys have ships everywhere, which are just so strong, and then you're just slowly building up more and more like rockets to slowly whittle away at his hover area. These hover tanks doing a great job of clearing these rocket bots. I feel like the hover tanks could have actually gone and broken through a few different places, but he was just focusing on trying to
yeah,
get over to Razor's commander.
yeah.
Alright.
His commander was heavier than I thought it was.
Yeah, he's just chilling, eh? He's just chilling. He never really went below like 60%. These hovers are such a hassle.
Yeah, they're definitely annoying,
Yeah.
but they weren't really like the biggest threat, cause like I don't know, especially as Better lost his base.
Oh, they want your volume up a bit. Sorry, guys. There you go. That's Neb. That's the owner of Fire Knight, by the way. We're watching him play at the moment. The yellow player. Bro, it's been such a fun Fight Night to cast. These 2v2s are amazing, dude. I just wish there was a bigger
Yeah.
turnout this week.
The round robin was fun.
Yeah, dude. It was a good little one. This one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hot. It was bit sad we didn't have any mods. We had a couple of technical difficulties at the start because we couldn't change anything in the Discord, in the Twitch, but
Oh,
nothing major. So
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just need someone like maybe you could do it after we finish the stream just to change the get the next stream set up on the Twitch, so then it's just there ready to go. If not, I'll try and find a mod or something to do it.
Yeah.
Because everything's set up, I just need like a couple of like the name of the stream and the casters and all that, and the challenge page and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Just shoot me a message to remind me to tomorrow.
Yep. Oh
I
yeah,
will do
that's
it
right. It'll
right
probably be late
after.
for you guys. I got up at midnight. It's now 4 a.m. So for me it's today.
Dude, that's crazy that you're gonna be casting tomorrow. Thank you for doing that.
Nah, no problem.
It's
Slick's
good for
coming along
you.
with me again as well, and he's so
Yeah, yeah.
happy and
Oh yeah, it's
excited.
like you too, right?
Yeah, he's muted
All
at the
right.
moment, but yeah, he's having the time of his life.
Yeah,
Oh, there he is.
that's
That's
true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude. Glad we could jump in. We've actually been playing a lot together this week, and we've been having fun. I don't know if you saw that in the game that we streamed at the end there against you against the DME guys and Flying Duck.
yeah.
Yeah, he had like 17 thistles because I've been banshee sniping them all week.
Dude, he was like, he said he was like afraid of
Of the
me
banshees.
banshee sniping him, and I'm like, I don't do that.
Nah, no one does, but all the
You
DME guys are
traumatize them.
traumatized, yeah. I who did I beat? I beat in a 1v1 who's 47 OS. I beat him by banshee sniping him. I can't remember who it was now, but I was cheering. It's basically how I've got to the OS that I am, just banshee snipes. Don't tell anyone though, because I want to keep going up.
That's hilarious.
Oh, there we go, and there's the GG. We can't share anything. Nice. Nice family friendly chat to end the fight night. Master Bell gets MVP, but I think you get MVP just for the closing statement there. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Well, I'll close out this fight night. Thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to join us in about 10.5 hours for the next one. Sign up if you haven't as well. Apprentice League, guys. Let's get it going. Oh, and Neb, some people were wondering about getting mentorship for being noobs. Do they just
Yeah,
do that through the official bar still, the same way as before, or is the fight
yeah,
night
I would go to
specific?
the academy. We're very limited on mentors, so what we're gonna do next week. So if you signed up and didn't have someone reach out to you, I apologize. We just are short on mentors. Um,
Yep.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna offer like clinics instead, and we'll have those throughout the week. So all more information on that in the Fight Night Discord if you join the Apprentice League, and um, I'll put a link in the I'll put a link to the Discord.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, there'll be more info in a little bit once we figure out what to do there.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, they're bringing back the
um,
clinics. It seems that's cool. The clinics are great.
yeah,
So
yeah, I think it'll end up just being clinics. So
yeah, that links the Fight Night Discord, guys. So feel free to jump into that, and even if you don't want to play in the Fight Nights, just jump into it anyway, so you can see when the upcoming Fight Nights are coming, so you know when to watch. And
yeah,
that's it, I think. Thanks for hosting tonight, Neb.
yeah.
Well, like, thanks for
Don't end
getting
the
it
stream
already.
yet.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't end the stream yet though, because we need to raid someone.
Oh, true. Oh my god, I
Let's
always
see.
forget about that. Let's find out who we can raid. Um, who's on? Who's on? Let's have a look. Skinner's on. Who's Hollywood
All right,
Bob?
let's see. Someone in the chat say a name for who we should raid,
Who's
and we'll.
who's Hollywood Bob? I've never heard of him.
I think he's primarily a player, non-battlegrounds player, but he does stream bar from time to time. I see him usually once every 2 weeks.
Oh, yo.
Oh, I know who we should raid. We should raid. I got it. Stealth.
Stealth? I'll get him.
Stealth is a chiller.
Yeah, he
We can
raided
have
me the
a
other day, so I'll be happy to raid him back with the
yeah.
official channel. Oh, you've already set it up? Sick. All right, guys, let's go. I've just joined the wrong stream. There we go. Oh, yo, let's go, team. And be sure to join us for Fight Night that's coming up tonight, guys, or tomorrow for you guys. Fight Night that's coming up tomorrow. Go to bed now, or soon after you watch Old Mate, and then we'll see you in a bit for the Apprentice League. It's going to be a great
Yeah.
watch. Let's rock and roll. I don't think I have permission to actually do the raid, so you'll have to do it for us, bro.
Yeah, I have the raid going through. It's about to go through.
Sick.
In the meantime, thank you guys for casting, and thank you for casting tomorrow.
Our pleasure.
Thank you everyone for playing, and yeah, the Apprentice League. There's still time if you want to sign up. The link is in the Fight Night Discord, so just follow that, and we'll see you all around.
Yep, let me just, before we do the raid, let me chuck our Twitches in so people know because we don't have the thing. I'll just do this. Nope, that's not it. Screw it. Let's go. Let's just go. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you later on.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we got 15 more seconds, but
I might be able to just slip it in, but I doubt it.
just all right. Well, thank you
Got it.
everyone, and have a good night. The raid is going now.
Bye.
Cool.
All right. I'll stop the stream. I don't even remember how now.